Hey, we have a coffee. You should check it out. Early episodes, player's notes, NPC stat sheets. Support us on Ko-fi. Also check out our sponsors, Dice Goblin. Get cool dice. Links in description. Hamster. Okay, bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Starlost Seas. My hello everybody's are just merging together. Eventually, I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna be nonsense.
We're all
How's
very
everybody
tired,
doing? Is everybody excited to play D&D?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh God, it's within the first minute.
Good job. Now we have to bleep. Everybody clap for Noah.
Restart.
Subscribe for me swearing in the first minute.
Anyway, last
He did
time
dab.
on what?
Pulse dabbed instead of waving this time. At least he's getting creative.
Marijuana and Fortnite win. Anyways, last time on Starlost Seas, we picked off right where we had left off previously, with those strange figures in the shadow marching out at Twink in the night. Mara and Hickory had awoken to another shadow outside of their tent, which reached a giant hand in and just yoinked Mara clean out of the tent in one move. Mara was quick to discover, as the rest of you were, as you all woke up and rushed out of the tent, that you were being assaulted by trolls. After some quick thinking by both Doc, Twink, and Alina.
I was Hickory.
Oh, you were Hickory, yes. Doc had the information. Hickory was just the one who was putting it into use at the time. You all found various ways to set the trolls on fire so that they would not heal from their wounds, as trolls are wont to do. And you managed to kill them all, with the last one dying in spectacular fashion, being blasted by a fireball from Hush and then immediately put down by Dolus. You all sort of contemplated whether or not to leave your camp for the night or just go back to bed, and eventually it was decided you would return to your sleep and begin your watches yet again. Twink finished his, and then when Mara and Hickory should have started theirs, Mara didn't wake Hickory.
It was Mara and Dolus.
Yep, definitely did. We had a whole conversation.
They did. Winking. Okay, I see where my notes got confused. But yes, Mara did not wake his partner for his watch, Dolus, and instead reached out to Baradorn, the Earth Genie that had contacted him a few days prior. And the two of them had a brief chat about the attack that had just happened. Baradorn revealed that it was the machinations of Noxus, the Fire Genie, who Mara is fairly certain has made a pact with Drayden. In response to that, Mara decided finally to accept the pact from Baradorn. He took a level of Warlock as he changed part of his quarterstaff into his fun little genie item. Dolus and Lotus, both briefly felt a strange magic as this pact was made, and Dolus woke up, but was reassured back to sleep by Mara. The rest of his watch went off without a hitch, and then the night went on, and everyone was awoken so they could begin their journey again towards Fairemont, this time through the freshly fallen snow. You all spent most of the day just traveling, chatting, and eventually you made it over the rest of the fjords and found yourselves at the foot of the Ravenloft Mountains, where there are giant chunks of rock hovering above you as bits of the elemental plane of air weaving their way into the material plane here. You come across a hut that Twink is familiar with, and that Hush is familiar with. As you roll up to it, who bursts open out of the door but Fairemont himself with a shotgun, prepped and ready to defend himself from people he does not know, because the people on the front of the carriage are Dolus and Mara. He shouts quickly, asking who you are, and rather than explaining himself, Dolus casts slow on Fairemont, who, naturally, responds by shooting Dolus. Twink then called out for Fairemont to calm down and that it was them, and Fairemont apologized as he ushered you inside to be healed from the shotgun slug that he put into your shoulder. And that is where we ended the session last time. And so we are going to pick up right in the sort of living room of this small house, as you all are entering in, and Fairemont is ushering Dolus over to a table that he is swiping things off of. Fairemont sort of moves with not quite a limp, but you can tell that he puts more weight on one leg than the other. Little gears sort of twitch and move around in his arm as he ushers Dolus over, then swipes a bunch of things off of the table and tells you to sit or lay down, whatever you're more comfortable with. As he gets all set up. This one. You sit down. So you guys all rush in. This living room is filled. There is no living in this living room. There's not really anywhere to sit. There's not really anywhere to rest. There's barely enough space to walk. He's like a hoarder, but it's just rocks and junk and little pieces all over the place. And then Dolus, he pulls out. They almost look like smithing tongs, but they're a little pointier at the end. He goes, I'll be honest with you. This is gonna hurt. And he just puts him in, and he just pulls out the bullet in one quick motion, and it is, as he says, it is a burning pain in your shoulder as he does this. And he goes, but it was clean!
Okay. As he pulls it out, Dolus very visibly winces, but I do my best to not scream in pain.
Okay. So you grit your teeth and just make a very loud grunt of pain in response. And then, just as quickly as he'd pulled it out, he pulls a hand up and
shoots you again.
No, he casts
just as quickly as he pulled the last bullet out, he puts another one back in you.
He just pushes a new one in. He doesn't even shoot it.
He just shoves the bullet in. No, he casts Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you.
Of course. I mean, I shot you. It's only right I pulled the bullet out.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I inspected you. You get all of your health back.
Wow. Thank you.
So this is your friend, Twink?
I never called him a friend.
I run up and hug him.
As he's patting Hush on the back, he's like, I'm offended. I want you to know that, all right?
You're always offended.
What? You're always rude.
Hi, Fairemont.
Hello, Hush. How was your time in the city?
I'm not allowed to go back.
Oh. What did you do?
Would you believe me if I said nothing?
No. You were sent there to do something, so I'd hope you would at least have done that.
Someone read into my mind, and Delilah told me not to go back.
Yeah, nope. Delilah made the right call there. You definitely shouldn't go back.
That's okay, I'm here now.
And you made friends.
Yeah.
Yes, so many friends. Goodness. Twig, you brought the menagerie.
What does that mean?
He's calling you pets.
I'm calling you a vague collection of different creatures.
Like shoes?
Where you typically would keep pets as a menagerie.
I don't think they're pets.
Hi, I'm
This is the rude thing I was talking about.
Hickory.
You're the one that said it.
Hello, Hickory. It's nice to meet you. And you two, Arakokra.
Dolus.
And Lotus.
Hi.
You're not the elf I expected. He points at Mara.
Who are you expecting?
I was expecting Socrates.
Oh,
He,
Huh.
What?
He passed away.
Antioch.
Would have been nice for our Lashna or Twink to tell me that. Either of the times I spoke to either of them, but not the first friend I've lost. Goodness, you've been traveling for quite a while. Food, water, amenities. God,
Fingers?
he claps his hands, and all the little robots start like moving around, pulling stuff off of various furniture. Fingers? What? Oh. Ooh.
We
You did
also
tell
need
me-
a whole arm.
Well, yeah, no, Twink told me about the arm. Twink, why didn't you tell me it was just fingers? That's way easier than just an arm.
This is
There's
different.
another one.
It's two. Okay. Do you have the person who needs the arm? Because I made an arm.
No, I have the measurements though.
Okay. That's good. I'll have to adjust everything, but can you get the measurements of the hand while I prepare things? Are you really gonna be a stickler about this? It'll take you 10 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
He walks out into like an adjacent room as his little spider-like robots just kind of climb around and are just pulling.
Yeah, I was gonna
Various
ask
stuff
if you
off.
could describe what the robots look like.
So, yes, they are six-legged. They kind of clamber around, and each of them, as they pull up to something, kind of get little claw hands that come out and grab something and pull it up under them, and then they just sort of scutter off to another room out a threshold.
Hush is chasing one.
Each one of them is only about like a foot tall.
I would like to poke at a random invention.
You just want to poke at something randomly.
Yeah.
It explodes. You all die.
No.
God.
There is a very pretty glowing crystal on a workbench that the robots are cleaning up around, but not moving. There is also this fun little... You as Mara don't know this, but I will describe it for the players. It almost looks like a Rubik's Cube, but it's just elvish characters all over it. And then there is just a broom. You can choose any of these to poke. Or you can try and poke some random piece of junk as a robot is trying to grab it, but they're moving around a lot, so it might prove difficult.
What I'd be most intrigued by, because like the elf thing. Let's do the crystal.
Okay. You go over and you poke the crystal, and you feel a little jolt through your hand, and you watch it. It turns amber, like it slowly shifts in color like a mood ring until it's like this nice golden amber brown.
Ooh.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I pick up one of them
Yes.
with like my mind?
Yes.
Lotus
like
has
what?
already picked one up and is holding it like a hamburger.
You pick one up like a hamburger, and it is just making angry little... And then
Lotus, put it
Hutch
down.
lifts
It's too
one up,
dangerous.
and it just immediately starts doing the same thing, just like spinning in the air,
Mine's
picking
bigger.
around.
Mm, I
Like
don't
floats it over.
think-
They are identical.
I think mine's a little bit bigger.
Take
Hickory, let me see your hand.
it.
Oh, wait.
The other hand, idiot. I need the finger measurements. Thank you.
Yeah.
Start measuring the fingers.
You measure Hickory's still existent and whole hand and get all the measurements, and you get a quick measurement of the messed up hand for like where it would attach.
And it would be very painful because I would use a vice to do that.
That's flavor that I wasn't gonna add, but yes, Hickory, that hurts very much.
Mm. She just kind of grits her teeth. I mean, she's been through a lot lately.
True. Are you guys still holding the robots?
Dolus told me to set it down, so after like a few more seconds, I probably put it down.
Okay.
He's still got it. He's still got it floating in his head. Just sitting there like
There's
holding in front of
a
him.
very angry little robot just basically just rattling in anger.
Hush, let it down. It needs to
Floats
do
it.
its work.
Are you floating it down?
He like floats it behind like a table.
Hush. Please.
It then just plops down on the
You
ground.
just hear a thud behind the table, and then this little robot out. And it looks at Hush, and it just goes, and then it runs over and just starts doing its work.
They're kind of cute.
Mhm.
I want one.
Does anyone have any allergies?
Not that I know of.
Can Ericon
don't
be
think so.
allergic to things? Like he like leans
We
out the
can
window.
be. We aren't.
Okay. He goes back into whatever he's doing.
Some things taste like soap, though.
I forgot about that. I forgot they have the fucking cilantro soap gene.
Love that that's canon in the world of Starloss. So, after maybe like 10 minutes or so, the robots have cleaned up the room. There is now a large couch and a love seat and another chair in front of like Fairemont's workstation that you all can choose to sit at wherever you feel comfortable. And the little robots have just vanished as soon as the last little piece of refuse and junk was gone. They just sort of scuttled off, and you do not know where they have gone.
I am observing the room, investigating it for anything that I might not recognize and might be new to me.
You don't recognize anything on Fairemont's workbench, actually. It is
Cool.
all new to you.
I will sit down at the workbench and start looking at everything.
Okay. So there's that crystal that Mara touched, which the amber has slowly like shifted back towards the clear color that it was when you like first came in. And there is that little elvish cube. And there are a bunch of papers scattered here and there. And then there's a fun little stone that has a bunch of little gear points in it that it looks like it might be brass, but you can't tell for sure.
I pick up the cube and start messing with it.
Okay. I mean, it's like it works like a Rubik's Cube almost.
I figured. So I'll just be sitting there doing that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go help Fairemont.
Okay. You come in, his arm has like opened up and knives are out and he's chopping stuff up with it while he's tossing something on the stove. Oh, Hush! Hello.
Do you want help carrying things out?
Can you get the bread out of the oven?
And he like looks at the oven, just
Boom. It's just a big loaf of bread that you float out. And he goes, great, now just cut it up. Whatever loaf size you feel is appropriate. But everybody gets the same size, whatever appropriate size that is. I guess if everyone gets the same size, there is actually only one size you can cut it in. So just cut it into equal portions.
And he
Okay.
like goes, he floats it in front of him. And he kicks his psychic dagger and it kind of and he does
Make a sleight of hand check for how well you
Too
cut
many
up
cuts.
this.
Oh, I know exactly what this is getting cut into, by the way.
Oh boy.
Wait.
I
That
would
is
hope
a
slices of
15.
Okay.
It's getting cut into cubes.
You have cut several cubes. Too many cubes, honestly. There are probably some extra cubes. Fairemont like turns around, he's like,
They're equal size.
right, you're from before sliced bread. Put it on a plate and take it on out there. I'll be there in a moment.
Just floats them all over onto a plate and they just kind of daintily float out to everybody.
You are all offered warm bread.
Cubes.
Hickory's kind of wandered over and just started looking at the stuff that Twink's in front of. Just curious, because it's there. You know what any of these are?
No, I wouldn't touch them.
I wasn't planning on touching them.
He is actively touching one.
Yeah.
I touched the broom.
You touch the broom?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot he didn't make a choice.
you touch the broom, and it kind of floats away from the wall, and it starts sweeping, and kind of like sweeps around the chair that Twink is in, and then it boom, boom, and nudges the chair twice, like scoots it forcibly, and sweeps under it, and just keeps moving.
I will set that broom on fire if it does that again.
You guys watch as this broom is just going around this room, sweeping, kind of not well, very aggressively, just back and forth, but not. It's not doing a great job of sweeping. It's like how kids sweep, how they're like, ha ha ha, just go back and forth and kind of just push dirt around. Fairemont.
Red cubes.
So, like, this is, like, totally removed from everything else that we're supposed to be talking about, but, like, important to me. You knew Raiden?
She
you're
said
talking about
it was
Fairemont.
great, because that was right when Fairemont came back in the room, so that perfectly worked out. But yeah. Raiden, right, you're Raiden's birds, right, and he, like, puts a big bowl down, and then has several other little bowls. It's lamb stew. Hope you all like lamb.
I don't think I've ever had it.
It's good. It's like a goat, if you've ever had goat, or
No.
I can't think of a comparable mammal. Beef, I guess.
I'm from Ice Home.
Oh no, it's nope, nothing like it. All right, well, what about Raiden?
With him fought against Vecnos and like
Right.
met him in Altair and knew like this other person and like what happened and do you know where he is now and why he's not like with us and why like he's never mentioned you before to us in like
You're really getting into the thick of it, aren't you?
Yeah, you're going right for it. I guess we're gonna. Yes, you all.
nobody's ever given me answers before. So
Yeah, you all probably want. Let me guess. Our last never told you.
she told us some things, but
And let me guess. Harmon can't tell you.
Not really.
Yeah. Well. Guess. Well, go a long ways back. Harmon and I met each other when we were tykes. We lived in the colonies north of the Empire. If you can't tell from us sounding sort of the same. You know, went our separate ways. He decided to be a pirate. I decided to be an artificer. Stayed friends, wrote, visited him every now and then when he was in port. Well, eventually, he started doing the adventuring, as a pirate is wont to do. And, he brought maps, talked about treasure, talked about great powers beyond. Eventually, I found out he'd made a pact with an archvey. I warned him against this. I don't think that pacts are, I don't think they're wise. But he, seemed confident. And I didn't think much of it. Well then, sure enough, come round one day, young fella named Raiden, and his lady love Nobelia. Star-crossed lovers who made their way all the way from Dragonlost. I met them when I was working at a little workshop owned by the guild in the low tiers of Altair. Twink knows the place. And so, he wanted to go on a grand adventure. I told him all about the maps that Harmon had brought me, some of his great ideas. Nobelia was against it. She wanted to travel on the continent where she was confident. No rhyme intended. But she was in love, so eventually off they went. Off we went. I went with. I took a respite from the guild, quit my apprenticeship, got on a ship with Harmon, and off we were to Yubawa. Those were good days. Long time ago. While we were here, we caught wind of something. Something I'd actually like to talk to all of you about. But while we were investigating, Nobelia got injured. She was all right. She was a little shaken, a little spooked. You know, she was a fisher girl growing up, so getting into fight with beasts out in the wild, not something she was unaccustomed to, but still not something you want to actively try to do. Raiden was spooked more, though. He saw how strong that Harmon got with his pact, and he decided he would make a pact. Make a pact with a genie he'd heard about back in Dragonlost. Of course, you know, Ganassi, genie, they're sort of common around there. And that's how Kaeli got tangled up in all of it. I've heard that you all know Kaeli. Well, so suddenly Raiden's got a pact. Got 2 warlocks tagging around with me all the time. One spooked fisher girl who is decent with a bow and arrow, and me having to maintain all of our crap. Just adventurers, venturing. And then we found the engine. Below Yubawa, there is something ancient, made a long, long time ago by people who don't exist anymore. No
Hickory's-
scrap.
I was saying Hickory's eyes kind of flickered to hush for a second.
Hush just shaking his head.
These people are old. No semblance of their civilization exists anymore. We called it the Aeon Engine because we had no idea when it was from, where it was from. But, Twink, you'll love this. It's a forge. A forge that can imbue objects with great power. Power from somewhere else. That's how I got my arms. That's how I was able to keep up with 2 warlocks without taking a pact. Unfortunately, the engine also brought the attention of the Starloss. That cult wanted it for their own begotten gains, whatever they be, and suddenly we were tangled up in a bigger mess than we wanted to be. That's how we met Paloa, blood hunter from Yubawa. He had been hunting vampires in the area, but with the Starloss about, he decided to join us in our cause. We used the engine to make him a sword. And, that was the 5 of us who set out against the Starloss. And, well, I don't need to get into all of the nitty-gritty itty bits, but eventually we learned about Vecnost. Learned that he was the boogeyman lurking in the astral plane, and At the urging of Arlashna, we set off to defeat him and free the world from the cult of the Starlost and his influence. We lost, obviously. Nobelia didn't even make it to the final fight. I'll never forget the look on Raiden's face, cradling her. He had to leave her there, drifting in the astral sea. And then, well, Harmon lost his mind. Raiden lost the will to go on, and I went back to being an artificer. But before any of that, I buried the engine. Didn't want the Starloss getting their hands on it. And the rest is history. Unless, of course, you want specific.
You said the engine is under Ubor.
Yes,
I'm sure they found it.
it's under Ravenloft somewhere.
Yep.
When I, sank it back down into the depths of the earth, I was a little inaccurate with my blasting devices.
No, they found it.
Ah. Good to know.
Did you keep in contact with Raiden?
Raiden didn't want to keep into contact with me, no matter how much I tried. He got his little place off in the woods, moved away from the city. I'd send him letters, pop in every now and then to visit. Eventually I stopped. Clear he didn't want me around. Still spoke to Harmon pretty often, although, heavens knows if he even recognizes. He knows Fairemont. I just don't know if he recognizes Fairemont.
Yeah. And I think he knows that he fought something, but doesn't exactly know the specifics.
He's still in there somewhere. To
Somewhere.
a degree.
I'm sure, given centuries of time and some of the best thaumaturges and healers money could buy, Harmon proper might come back, but
I could try to find him.
no. Dangerous in that head.
I was only able to be in there for a few seconds before it.
You tried to get into Harmon's brain,
Yeah.
and you could still stand and talk? I'm startled.
Two heads are better than one.
Should I even try to talk to him?
Maybe not. Maybe just do a one-way thing. Maybe just send him messages. Maybe just don't let him talk back to you in your head.
Fairemont. All of this story, how long ago was this?
7 decades, give or take.
Right.
Believe it or not, stepped out of that rift and goes to Daisy. Haven't got a day older. Don't think any of us have. Kinda sucks being stuck as an old man. Really wish I'd gotten Raiden's luck and done all of this when I was still decently spry, but you don't really get to pick when you gain immortality via access to an ancient, godlike being.
Wait, you haven't aged?
Nope. Given the last time I saw Raiden and the last time I saw Harmon, neither have they. Neither has Beloa.
Huh.
Dolus, can you pull out Raiden's notebook?
Oh, yes. We'll pull out Rain's notebook out of my bag.
I recognize that little bastard. In a long time.
The last one that we read, he mentioned something about a magical ore.
Ah, or
Ever
yes.
found it?
Well, that he points at he gestures at the crystal. What's that?
What is it?
It's a kind of stone forms in places where the line between planes gets thin. It's the only ore that can reliably be used in the forge. You can put anything in it, but what comes out might not be that good. You put a little bit of this in it, suddenly it's controllable. That's how we found the engine in the first place. We came looking for the magic ore that you could forge into ultimate weapons. Turns out it's not just the ore, it's the forge.
What do you call it?
Me? Not very creative. I call it A-Right.
You're right, that's not very creative.
Maybe I just wasn't very creative in my youth. Frankly, once you start calling it something for a few decades, you don't really change it. So, this is actually courtesy of some folk I hired not too long ago. Got it at Dragonlost for me. They, didn't come back.
Is
They
that
killed?
No, I think that's the people that Matthias told us, because he told us that people were working for Fairemont.
Yeah,
They went missing.
that's right. Don't know what happened to them. I gave them a teleporter box to send that back to me so I could get it straight away, and they wouldn't have to lug it dangerously across the oceans with the Starloss looking for things now, and that was the last I ever heard from them.
They're on the kill list.
A what list?
A kill list from the Empire to the Incursors, I think was the word.
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors, that's it.
Right. Twinkie, you... Alashna and you together for it. Didn't you not have one of them round? Gillian, right?
Yeah, he's right there.
He looks at Alina. He's like, you look different. Pulls up the frog and goes, he's a frog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he a druid? Thought he was a
No.
wizard.
No. He didn't used to be a frog.
Oh, did Arlashna turn him into a frog?
Mm-mm.
No.
How is he a frog?
We used Kalashtar blood.
And we reversed a totem that was made to
Right,
bind
you
his soul to a
mentioned-
frog.
You mentioned the totems and the werewolves. Okay.
Yeah. Reverse engineering, just, bound him
Right.
to the frog.
Hello, Gillian.
We're not
Just
sure
kind
he's
of
still there.
Yeah, it's just kind of a frog at this point.
All right. Well, that's a shame. I would have liked to ask him questions.
Yeah, maybe one day.
This list, did you just see it? Did you write
We
any of
have
it
it.
down?
We have it.
Oh!
Twink has it.
Huh?
Twink, can I see the list? And also any other potentially relevant documents. Not things that you just think are relevant. Anything potentially relevant.
Okay.
Don't gimp out on me. I know how you work. Takes all the papers, starts going through them. Why do they have Jura on here?
They're trying to commit a global coup.
Well, I sort of got that looking at this kill list and seeing Matthias and the Emperor and the Empress and, but Jura's on the capture list.
We were hoping you might have some idea.
No, haven't seen him since he was a little boy. I haven't been to Dragonlost in a long time. Couldn't tell you why he's on the capture list. I can tell you why the other four are on the capture list. It's pretty fucking obvious, especially considering the story I just told you. And then, well, so these are the ones that are all Starlost. He like points at the names that are your guys' names. But
Fairemont, are you not aware that Jura is the king?
No, I know.
Okay.
But
Why
all of the
wouldn't-
other world leaders are on the kill list.
Oh,
Including
Jura's
Maya.
on the capture list,
I see.
which is my confusion. Why would they want Maya dead but Jura alive?
Wasn't he on both?
Yeah, I could have sworn he was on both lists.
Yeah.
Why would they want to catch him and then kill him?
Well,
Regardless.
He's on both lists.
Well. Regardless of that. Concerning. This is definitely Martin's handwriting. Put up with enough bullshit from that pompous asshole that I can recognize it at a glance. You met him, didn't you, Twink? When you're out in the Westwood.
Yeah.
Did he say anything, you know? It's good. Good. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you exactly why Martin's in on this. And obviously, from looking at this, he's in league with the Starlost. Hell, he might be Starlost. He's always been a narcissistic sort of power player, but
I was going to ask you if you could tell us whatever you know about Martin.
well, I've always known he isn't human, considering he's been Hold Master since I was, out kicking about. Always thought he was some kind of, I don't
Kalashtar.
know. Well, and I mean, now I know that. I don't know a lot about Kalashtar.
His blood was how they created the original totem.
Right. That is some... I'll level with you. That's some fucked up alchemy.
Arlashna said that they can link through dreams. So,
Yeah, no. Legend talks about the dreaming dark, the place where dreams and nightmares come from, but I don't know. Hush here is our resident Kalashtar expert. Even he doesn't know a lot, so.
do you think you'd be able to find out more if you had one?
I mean, could do scientific testing, I guess. I'm not really going to be able to find out more about them, just about their body.
Think you could find weaknesses?
I assume they would have the weaknesses everybody else has. Everything I've read tells you that they, give you some mental fortitude, but they don't really change your body all too much.
Yeah, I'd probably die if you just cut their head off.
Most things die if you cut their head off, actually. Not Hydras, though. Found that out personally. Don't do it.
I have a question,
Yes.
Fairemont. When you mentioned Raiden and Nobelia came to you
Mhm.
and mentioned their whole wanting to adventure and whatnot, why did you go with?
Well, frankly, I kind of was just sick of working for the Empire. Let me ask all of you a question. A question that, once I ask it, might seem obvious. You might have never thought of before. Realistically, this is mostly for Twig, considering 2 of you are from another plane and 1 of you is from Iceholm, but why is it that the Stonekeeper Empire has been around for 15,000 years?
They're assholes?
It's a good one. Why is it that Starloss has been So much of the same. Hundreds of generations.
You think they're being secretly ran by the Starloss?
I thought they were
generation?
being secretly run by the Stonekeeper, and I thought it wasn't much of a secret. That's why I wanted to get the hell out. Martin hoarded magical knowledge. I kept Twink away from him for that exact reason. He finds relics, he adds them to his personal collection, he limits what artificers can research and look into. It's like... Well... way I see it, Altairi was built 10,000 years ago, and barely anything has changed in that time. They stopped looking into the storm wall, they stopped looking into the north and the south.
Someone's trying to keep it that way.
Someone's trying to keep the entire world exactly the way it is. So far, they've been succeeding at it for thousands of years.
So why move now to change it?
Well, maybe they just needed something. Maybe they've been trying to change it this whole time and they've just been failing in little ways here and there. Maybe keeping everything the way it has been lets them try all sorts of different little things. Yes, Bird.
Do you think it's because they have Archibald now?
Who?
A caster with enough power to kidnap an entire city at once?
And
Twig, I feel like Arlashna has left me out of a critical piece of information.
All right. No, yeah, he, I don't know how to explain it.
he's really strong, and Arlashna told us that when you guys cut into the world tree to get to Vecnos, that was the day that he was born.
Oh.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, if anything was gonna do it, that'd probably be it.
we also think that he might be in Ubla.
Probably at the engine.
Shit.
And
Well- Yeah.
I know that they at least were at one point deep under the caverns of Ravenloft.
Well, I appreciate that. Kinda already know it, but thanks. I'd rather have excess information than not enough. He like looks at Twink right as he says it.
But it's so...
You and
Waste of
Delilah
time.
are more alike than either of you would like to admit.
It's a waste of time.
That's exactly what she'd say.
Well, she would be right.
Any other
I have my
burning
papers
questions?
back.
Yes, papers back.
Not
Thank you.
particularly burning, but I do have a question. I'll pull out my mask and I'll show it. Do you know anything about this?
Do I know anything about it? I helped design it.
Right. Raiden gave them to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you tell us more about it? Like when you made it, well, why?
Well, these ones obviously, have a whole bird motif, but originally I just designed masks for us. The stamp that Raiden oh so delightfully stole from me the last time we were around finalizes the enchantment. They're anti-scrying masks. It's how we kept the Starlost from looking in on us. I keep one on me now. He pulls up his sleeve and there's a stamp on his arm that matches the one inside your mask.
So as long as we have these, the Starloss can't scry on us.
As long as you're close enough to them, they can't.
Does that apply to the rest of our group, or is it just us?
I never really tested it out all that much. Good question. Definitely works for you. Whether it works for those around you is sort of vague.
It's all right.
I,
Yeah,
think-
this
I think it's highly unlikely that it works that way.
Well, the thing is, it blocks the. For those who don't know, when you scry, you're not just looking at someone. You summon an invisible little thing that watches them. You view through it. These masks disable it within a certain range. So, I never really tested that range all too much because all of us had masks at the time, so never really had to.
And he thought it necessary to give them to us.
Guess he didn't want somebody scrying on you.
Probably the Starloss.
Could be anybody. Where is he
You've had
nowadays?
those masks since before you guys met everybody.
Yeah. Raiden gave them to us a long time ago.
The Starlost are more than just this lot's clones. It's a whole cult. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of them.
What interest would they have in Aarakocra?
Maybe it's
Beings
not.
of another plane, you know, the places they're trying to get to.
What interest would they
Maybe-
have in the engine? What interest would they have in Dragonloss? What interest would they have in overthrowing every single country in the entire world, all at once?
Maybe it's not that they have an interest in Aarakocra specifically. Maybe it's because we're
Connected to
so
Raiden.
close to Raiden.
Maybe it's because you're so close to Kaeli.
She is my patron, after all.
Tell from the arm.
It's
Yeah.
possible that the day that there were like intruders or something that came on the day that we had to leave, and that's probably the Starlosts.
Our home was attacked. I would assume then.
Arlashina told me that Raiden is back out in the wild, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time.
He's in Dragonloss.
Dragonlost, yeah.
Dragon.
Somewhere by a cliff.
I'll look at some of our old maps. Maybe I could.
Speaking of my arm, would you have any idea why it's turning this color?
Sorry about that. Not a fan of PAX. Stayed away from it.
Fair. And you mentioned this stamp Raiden stole from you and whatnot.
Mhm.
I pull my mask down and I'll pull out my rod.
That little fucker is just making all kinds of magical items with my sigil on them. Good work.
So Raiden was the one who made it.
Well, I mean, he's the only other person I know in the whole world who's got a stamp of mine. Unless somebody was digging in my workshop. Alright, no, Twink doesn't have one.
Okay.
He would have had a much more confident and nonplussed look on his face if he was trying to fuck with.
Yeah, why would I ever try to pass my work off as yours?
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to,
Be a downgrade.
I hate that you're right. Anyways,
What exactly did the thing that you guys fought look like?
what did it look like?
Uh-huh.
Looked like whatever it wanted to, really.
Oh,
Started off big, cut it down. Eventually, it looked like us. Cut all those down. Went back to being big, and then it was just sort of this horrific amorphous mass.
Fairemont?
Yes, Hush.
This is only to Fairemont, I should specify.
Oh, okay. Then in brain, just yes, Hush.
May you please be excused?
Of course.
Can
He's like,
I-
he turns to you and out loud. He's like, Hush, your bedroom's all cleaned up upstairs.
runs off.
There's enough room for all of you, of course. Some of you might have to sleep on the floor.
I actually had two questions.
Of course.
So this mask for the birds, can it be replicated in a good amount of time for possibly the rest of us?
For all of you? I don't know, each of those masks can take a couple weeks.
And
What
I
if he
guess my other question. You
Mhm.
know about Gillian. Do you know about the rest of the visitors?
I don't know anything about the Inquisitors. The only reason I know about Gillian is because Twink brought him by. This is the first time you are all hearing that Twink brought him by.
Twink, you what?
Yeah, he popped in like a week ago.
God damn it, Fairemont.
What?
Wait,
Was that supposed to be a
in
secret?
The Westwood a week ago.
I didn't know that was supposed. You can't be upset at me. I didn't know that was supposed to be a secret.
wait, why did you come here?
I needed something.
How did you come here?
What?
We
He had
teleported.
Gillian teleport him.
Gillian teleported you here.
Yes.
Was he still human?
Yes.
Why?
I feel like I've.
Because I needed to come here.
He needed a book of his that I had.
Yes, because this fucker stole it. I would have had to come here if he didn't.
Look, okay, Martin was gonna raid the entire workshop. The whole point of keeping you away from him is so he couldn't get all of your shit. So
Right, but you could have gave me my shit.
But yeah, I kind of went on the run.
I mean, I guess as long as it doesn't, give Fairemont's position away. Anyways.
Yes.
Sorry, I just have so many questions that I want to ask you about Raiden because you never really told us much.
Well, how about we stick to Starlost ones, and you and I take a sit and have some tea later in that. Beguile you with the
also
tale.
sit in on that.
Yes, of course.
Don't forget, we need to fix the arm and a new hand.
Yes. No, the little tinkers are already adjusting the arm, and I'll start on the hand this evening.
Oh, what are they? You mean the robot thingies?
Yes, my homunculi.
Oh, what about?
They're little robot thing.
Oh, can I have?
I
one?
was only ever allowed to make one when I worked in. No, please, no. They require a lot of maintenance and upkeep. If I gave it to you, it would inevitably fall apart.
Okay.
Maybe I can give you a trinket of some kind.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Don't enable her.
Look at that face. What am I supposed to say to that?
I look over. No.
That was quite succinct.
But I want one.
Well. So, Socrates.
Dead.
Yeah.
Did you know him well?
I did. He worked at the academy for a long time. He was a teacher of mine. Long time ago. Ironic, considering, he looked so not. He like gestures at all the wrinkles and stuff. He's like, well, when you get to be as old as I am, not just as I look, but I guess even if you get to as old as I look, not uncommon to lose people. You always feel like you're gonna be outlived by the elves, though.
Looks at Mara.
Yeah. I mean, Eric Hucker's only lived for like 30 years.
30 years, give or take, estimated on, your overall lifespan, wear and tear.
His body was in the Westwood the last we saw it.
Yeah, what did happen to Sanctuary? You
It-
saved Sanctuary?
No.
Save the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but Sanctuary kind of went into the sky.
Oh, like out there. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun. That's new.
Yeah, that's the elemental plane of air.
Yeah, I know. I kind of put that together with some readings and various amounts of study and sort of noticing that there were floating rocks in the sky. So it's kind of giveaway.
I'll
Well.
walk over to the crystal.
Yeah.
Like the Aeonite. Was that what you call it?
A
right?
Right.
And I'll just walk over to it. Why did you keep a piece of it?
Well, I wanted a piece of it so that when I got to the engine eventually, I'd be able to make sure I didn't break it when I blew it up and sank it down under the mountain. That's why I needed a piece.
I'll tap it with the tip of one of my claws.
You tap it, and it immediately pulses skyly green all the way around. Just, ooh! Warlock through and through. It'll probably light up all sorts of colors depending on how anyone touches it. You will probably only ever be green.
Think.
It is. There's like a pulse, and the green brightens for a second, like you're turning up a light, but it is still the same green.
Oh.
Well, looking at your wings, you're both warlocks, yeah?
No.
No. I'm the only one who made a deal.
Are you coming up and tapping it? You come up and you tap it, and it pulses blue, and then another pulse of like a yellow overtakes it. And he's like, okay, everyone stop touching.
Sorry.
I don't know. I've never just gone tapping at it with my bare fingers. I don't know if there are side effects for this.
Have you tried? Go ahead.
No, this is the only one I have. And I would rather not risk something happening to it before I find the thing I need it for.
You think this could be used as like a spell casting focus?
I think he takes tongs and he grabs it with tongs and he puts it in like a lockbox and closes it.
How big is it?
It is like yay big. Like it is like 2 mugs stacked on top of each other big.
Okay.
Puts it in a lockbox. His finger like morphs into a key and he...
So you plan on using it to blow up the engine?
Well, no, to get the engine running.
Oh.
Why?
Because sinking it won't stop the Starloss. I might as well use the damn thing.
You said you wanted to talk to us about it.
Did.
Do you have a plan?
Nope. No damn one. Kinda hoping you did.
Well,
I'm an artificer. I just make things for other people that I plan.
Come find you, talk to you about a thing, and then...
Right, you have Delilah's stuff going on. No, the engine will be a while, probably. I have to find it first before I can do anything with it.
But don't you know where you made it go kaboom?
Well, yes, but I made it kaboom intentionally in a way to sink it into the cavern and collapse a bunch of mountains. And then, the plains broke, so the mountains are a little different than I was here last.
I think we have a vague idea.
That would be very helpful. You give me an
what?
S.
What?
What are we doing?
I was saying we have a vague idea of where the engine is if you would need to go to it.
Do we?
Yes.
Eventually. For now, you give me that. I look into it. I look into the Starlost. Then apparently they found the engine. And you continue doing what Delilah needs. Because as long as Yubo is at risk, if that's what the Starlost want, then it's not what we want.
Right.
She sent a message ahead. You're all heading into Valorfall?
Something like that.
We're
Meeting with
supposed
the
to
noble.
instill hope so that when Matthias tries to become king again, he can.
So, instill hope is the words used, but what Delilah meant was that you're
Bounty
supposed
hunt
to get
until
the
people
nobles
like
to
us.
Got it. Get the nobles and the people on your side, and then you're on Matthias' side. Okay, that makes sense.
And I've got debts to collect anyway, so
You have debt to collect?
Yes.
To collect
yes.
from
Oh,
who?
okay.
Von
Besides
Hillian.
Vala. Oh,
Well, if you need anything for your trip into Valorfall, I can help as best I can with that. I sort of only have this place outfitted for myself. And then I had to add a bunch of things for Hush. I mean, it'll be fine for you to stay the night or a couple of days or come in and out, but not
How
really
did you
kidding.
meet him?
Hush.
Yeah.
I know I'm in a sharing mood, but something somewhat personal to Hush, so forgive me for passing on answering this question.
It's okay. You
Speaking
were the
of
first
which, I
one to
wanna see
find
his
him,
room.
though?
Looks from off.
wait,
What?
Lotus,
You were the first.
come back.
Okay.
Yes.
You were the first one to find him.
Oh, has he already told you?
Just asking, because he seemed
Rude
pretty
to
loyal.
pry.
Well, I just
He-
told you
You literally just said
that's
it.
his personal business, and I mean no offense. You don't have to be so damn defensive. But again,
I
I'm
do.
sorry.
They're like my responsibility. I don't know if you know this or not, but I have a country now.
I'm not your
Oh,
responsibility, Twink.
When you run around as part of Twinktania, kind of falls back on me.
You named it Twinktania?
God, it wasn't supposed to be a thing, but then it became a thing. It was really fucking weird.
I mean, you're the leader of it. Can't you just change it if you want?
No, I think it's too far in now.
Right. You sort of, you gotta full send it. Well, Twinktanians, that's fun. I also heard you found the long-lost deed to Ravenloft.
It was literally in the stack of papers I handed you.
Shit, is that what that? Hang on. give me some of those back.
Well, it's too late now. You should have looked at them when you had the chance.
I'm sorry. Was it that page with all the like 6 different languages on it?
Yes, but it was one of them was common.
Well, yeah, but I didn't see Inquisitor or Star. I didn't think it was relevant.
You said all things relevant.
You know, you're right. I'm sorry. That's on.
Lotus, I don't
Well,
think it's a
Godwin.
good idea to chase after Hush. He looked a bit shaken up. I think he needs some time alone.
Maybe we'll just finish dinner and you can go. Maybe you can ask him if you can bunk with him after we eat.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that is that's the deed. I'll be damned. The hell was it?
What is that place in Shasla? Is that what? Yeah, it's,
Yeah, you know, in Shasla.
you know Sally?
You gotta be shitting.
Swear to God.
It was just in the stack of shit.
Yeah.
It was just in it. You just bought the deed to half a continent?
No, I bought the tube. The deed was inside of it.
How much did you pay? $1,000? 100. 1 platinum. You paid a fucking single gold piece for he like goes over to the window and he opens the curtains for all of this.
No, I paid a gold piece for a tube.
Doesn't that mean that the deed to Ravenloft was free?
Technically.
I'm gonna commit several war crimes.
Haven't you already?
Yes.
I think we already did.
Yeah,
Yes,
haven't
no.
we already?
Yes, we have.
I don't
Everyone
really know
in.
the definition of a war crime. I just know we fought in a war. I don't think
Are
we
we
did in
war criminals?
Probably.
Uh, especially to the Empire by now.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
sure.
I think it depends on who's looking, like who's deciding, you know?
To
Like,
the Westwood, no.
No,
To
yeah.
the Empire, absolutely.
All right. Well,
But they're the bad guys.
Yeah, so
Well,
they
not on
don't
their
think
side.
that.
Yeah.
to
That's
them,
dumb.
we're the bad guys.
dumb.
But they're wrong.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
morality
mean,
in a nutshell. That's why we
to-
stick to logic.
To you, they're the bad guys, right?
Yes.
Why
Why-
are they the bad guys to you, Lotus?
I have no problem with Stonekeeper.
Oh no!
I'm
I thought
pointing
we
at
were
her.
talking
I'm
about
pointing at-
Oh,
No, I
Yeah.
meant like Starlost
Yeah.
are bad guys. But then are the Starlost and the Stonekeeper like buddy?
right, but I don't think they know that.
Most of the people in the Empire probably don't know. Just like most of the people in the Empire didn't know an Inquisitor existed. I didn't know Inquisitors existed, and I'm a guild master. Was a guild master.
I still don't really know what an Inquisitor means, but it sounds like something really important, so that's just what I
Judging
think
by
I
these
have to address.
papers, they're Martin's little fucking errand boys. Sorry, should I not curse in front of the girl?
She swears a lot.
Too late now.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe a few weeks ago I would have asked you not to, but it's what's been done is done.
But yes, judging by the papers, the Inquisitors are just what Martin calls his personal errand boys.
Why not just call them like errand boys and why something like
Because
Inquisitor?
Inquisitors
Inquisitor sounds cooler.
Would you rather be called a little errand girl or called an Inquisitor?
Let's stop asking her questions that are multiple choice, because we're not sure what she's gonna pick.
You have to be called Lotus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're called Lotus. And you can pass
Actually,
on the
you
head.
know a lot about ores and stuff.
Yeah.
My brother asked Twink about something a week or so ago. And she summons the moment into her hand.
Oh, shit. Jesus.
I
Don't just fucking pull
know-
a sword on a person.
I'm sorry.
You don't know what this is. This is the
No.
rest of your sentence, right? Alright.
Yeah.
Twink, can you scoot a little bit away from my workstation? You can keep the chair. He like leans in and he pulls a middle. He pulls out like a bunch of tools. Twink, you recognize them as identifying tools. Like specialized identification, like magical tools. He starts just smacking away at the moment. In ways that you would not feel comfortable with a normal sword getting smacked into. Boom, bing, bing, bing. Like it is like comedic sounds.
Hickory,
Yeah.
are you gonna tell him about time?
Are you gonna tell me about what?
Nothing.
This is a small room. This is a... Well,
Yeah,
the
no, I-
edge.
I didn't know what it was either.
The edge looks silver.
That's what I said. But it's
But
too
this
hard.
metal, it's all too hard to be silver, brass, or copper, and. Could you leave with me overnight while I work on your hand?
I think so.
Okay. It's not gonna like magically vanish because it's your warlock weapon, right?
I'm not a warlock.
Oh. I just assumed packed weapon. So you kind of just.
But might it vanish for another reason?
Okay,
Like-
so this is a good time to explain. Hi, I'm Hickory. Also, I might wake up tomorrow as my brother.
Oh.
Because when Archibald appeared in Tiak, he shoved us into the same moment of existence, and sometimes we wake up as the other one.
Oh, for a second there, I
Also-
thought you were just making like a trans allegory. Okay.
Everybody thinks that, and I really do respect how kind you are all with it. They're kind of the hands of time.
The what?
It's what they call them. Don't worry about it. But it might disappear if, she becomes her brother.
But then we'll have the other one.
It's a different sword.
Oh, it's a different sword too. Justin just okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you turn into your brother so I can check this one tonight and then I can check the other one tomorrow?
That's like a 50-50 shot.
Oh, no control. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well. That's funky. I like that. That's fun. That's interesting. That's unique. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, no.
Speaking. No, sorry. Go ahead.
So many questions. Oh boy.
Also, it might have, turned us into false Kalashtar, but, we'll get there.
Oh, okay. That explains a lot of your earlier line of questioning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of weapons, Fairemont,
Yes.
you are an artificer and work with a lot of specialized tools and create things. Would you also consider yourself a weaponsmith?
Well, I mean, I made Harmon's gun, so I might as well be able to make any kind of weapon. How's he doing with that thing? Is he
I made a
oiling
gun
it?
recently too, actually.
Did you?
I did. Lotus, you want to show up?
Oh God! Everyone pulling weapons out in my living room.
I literally just warned you that they were pulling a gun out. I just said
well, you said
out
you
loud.
just said, do you want to show him? And then she pulled the gun out. I didn't get any say in this.
That's a child.
It's almost as tall as her. I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
It's a lot like my shotgun. I thought it was just a glaive. Let me see.
Here. Say hi to Kyle.
Pops open the breech and is looking at it. He's like, oh. This is... Did you base this off my rifle design?
There was, maybe a thing that was shown to me that I base it off of, but, you tend to take things from things you see.
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, Twig.
But mine's better.
Well, I mean, your reloading could use a twinge, but I guess you had to sacrifice that so it could still work like a glaive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it cool?
Quite cool.
I was going to ask if I could, how do I say, maybe commission a weapon from you while we are away.
Yes, certainly, given that you are fighting the brave fight against the Starloss and, kind of cleaning up what I failed to stop a long time ago, only fair I can make you a weapon.
Right. It's just, I have this axe I bought in Sanctuary, and it's just, it's a lot
It's a brute weapon, and you're more of a slim fellow.
Yes, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, you not suppose, I can say.
You ever try quarterstaff?
I use it with a trained.
Short staffs, short swords. Do you have something in particular? Another axe of some kind?
Sort of. So let me just show you, and I'll grab a piece of parchment.
Okay.
Not the best artist, but sort of something like this, and then I draw out the little
thing you sent me.
thing that I sent you a while ago, Cryo.
Is this? Oh.
I want to see.
How would it? Oh.
Can I see?
I am a man of privacy. This is up to your friend.
But that's my. Douglas, can I see?
It's all right. You'll see when it's done.
I can do something mighty fine with this.
Thank you.
Like a little compartment in his arm opens and he just puts the paper in and it closes.
Mara, let's start a protest so that we can see it before it's done.
How do you know what a protest is?
I read it in a book once.
Oh my god.
The default answer for everything. I read it in a book
what
once.
book? What fucking book, Ray?
You got a lot of books at Radiant's house. There's a lot
I
of
read it in a
storybooks.
book once. Like, she can't even keep it in. She knows how
I
bullshit
think
of an answer that was.
I think Lotus was just reading a dictionary.
Well, let's all just enjoy the rest of our stew and take a moment to breathe.
If I gotten anywhere closer to solving this fucking Rubik's Cube.
You're sitting there twisting. You can't determine whether or not you are close to solving this little puzzle thing.
I'll cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, so you all have the rest of your soup.
Soup. Good soup.
Good soup. Your stew.
Soup.
Oh, God, Balls.
Good stew.
Pulse, what are you eating?
Soup.
Is it actually soup?
Potato soup.
I love potato soup. I'm so jealous. How dare you? Anyway.
Cheese and bacon bits.
Oh, okay. I'm not a fan of bacon in mine, but anyways, my personal preferences aside, you all have the rest of your stew. How are you all gonna get a divvy up? Is anybody going anywhere? Is anyone doing anything as you finish up?
I'm solving this fucking puzzle cube.
We're in the middle of nowhere, dude.
So,
Hickory,
Ha!
come here. I have an idea. I'm inspired by this workshop.
Wait, before you do that, you said, Cryo, that
Yeah.
later you would make tea. Fairemont would have tea with Dolus and Lotus. I
yeah,
don't know if that's happening now or later or whatnot.
do you want to ask Fairemont for tea now?
I don't know. Lotus, are you doing anything?
Lotus wants to go look at Hush's room.
Okay, well then I won't
Okay.
do that. Yeah.
Cool. So Lotus is gonna run off to Hush's room for the time being. Fairemont and Dolus can work out tea in a bit whenever Lotus returns.
I guess I'm hanging out with Mara.
Hick is running over to Mara to figure out what's going on, and Twink is trying to solve this damn cube. Twink, you finish ritual casting comprehend languages. They are just elvish characters for different elements.
Does my very large gnome brain figure out what the puzzle is here?
As you are looking at it and going over it all and being like, you thought it was something like a Rubik's Cube, where you're like, I'll somehow match these all up in a pattern. There's no discernible pattern from these characters on this cube as you are just rotating things. It is not Rubik's Cube-esque at all now that you understand, like, what is written on it. If it is some kind of puzzle, you are missing some sort of key that would help you solve said puzzle.
Fairemont, what the fuck is this?
That, like, slowly reaches over. He's like, may I? Give me. So, I take this to one of those floating islands or any sort of other little... There's a void over in the east of you, boy. I don't know if you saw that. Where a huge chunk of land vanished. Anyways, take it over to one of those. Give it 3 twists. Toss it up in the air. And if there's any kind of resonance with the planes, it starts whirly-gigging. Then it'll kind of just float around and switch to appropriate runes. Like an elemental compass.
That's boring. I'm gonna go outside.
Get up off the chair and walk out, and he's like, "Oh, all right. I thought I did a pretty good job." He puts it up on his shelf. Dolus, what kind of tea do you like?
I don't like tea.
Coffee?
Sure.
Okay. Come with me. Goes off to the kitchen.
Okay, I'll come with him, I guess.
Mara, what
What do you want with me?
What is happening? What is happening?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sprawling with ideas, and
Okay.
I had an idea for you. You know, you talked about, you know, you may or may not be pick or dock in the morning.
Yeah.
But what if you could be one or the other at will?
I mean, I guess.
What do you
it
think
would be
causes
useful.
this? Is it like sleep? You think it's sleep?
Pretty sure it's temporal distortion, but okay.
What does that mean?
We're literally synced with time itself. It might be sleep. It might be why we're technically Kalashtar.
What if I could put you to sleep or something?
I mean, I think we would still just roll the dice on that one.
Maybe, but wanna try? Maybe I could figure something out biologically.
Okay, are you saying you're gonna put me to sleep right now? Because Fairemont has my sword.
No, not right now. I come up with something like a potion or like a maybe like a substance.
A sleeping
Too bad.
potion.
Yeah.
Could be useful, especially in my case, because Doc can't really bring you guys back from the dead.
True.
Shut up, Doc.
But I don't think it's a bad idea. I haven't really thought about bringing that out, but that'd be really useful if I almost die again.
Yeah, it could be pretty useful.
Just want to bring that up.
It's worth the chance, but it is also extremely risky, especially if we're in a fight. If you could guarantee we switch and then wake up, then we're the step ahead.
We'll see. We'll test the sleeping theory, and then maybe from there we'll figure. I don't know.
I mean, we've been doing this for a couple of weeks. I think it definitely is something to do with sleep, or at least unconsciousness. The thing is, we don't exactly know what makes it flip.
If anything, maybe if this doesn't work, me and Twink could team up. Figure if it's like biologically, magically connected, and then make some. I'm inspired. This place is fucking awesome.
It's pretty neat. It reminds me a lot of home.
I'll be back. I walk outside.
And I am alone.
But Hickory, you're never really alone. You're two fucking people.
Shut up, Doc.
I am alone again in your head. Just, I'm here. Shut up, Doc. All right, Twink, what did you do as you ran outside?
I just want to survey the area, see what's around. If there's a river or creek or lake, I'm gonna go fishing.
I'm sorry to tell you. There does not, at first glance, appear to be a body of water nearby.
Cool, I'll keep going and looking.
Okay, so Mara, you go outside and you see Twink
Hey, look, here's the deal. If Fairemont's here, there's got to be water.
Yeah. You see Twink a solid chunk out in, around the property, walking around. There's not, trees on this area. This is, a grassy, sort of hilly area, so Twink just seems to be looking around for something in the distance.
Pass without trace.
Okay. Twink's not looking for you. You don't have to. You could just, you could just go other places.
Yeah, I want to sneak off is what I'm trying to do.
Well. Okay, you might actually have to pass without trace if you want to completely sneak off, because it is, like I said, it is just a big open hilly area.
All right, I'll do that.
So if you go around the house, I guess the opposite direction to Twink, you could just kind of walk off.
Whatever gets me the least attention.
Okay, you walk around the house away from Twink. And like I said, it's just sort of hills, maybe some clusters of larger rocks, a boulder here and there. But the nearest trees are back the way you came, a solid quarter or half of a mile. You're in a pretty open space here.
Oh.
So you can go in dips of the hills, or I'm not sure what you're trying to get at here.
Somewhere just secrete.
Bro, where?
What do you want? What do you want?
I want to talk to the man.
Then
Okay! It's dude, none of us are looking for you and we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Walk 10 feet in a direction and you're alone.
Make a nature check.
Oh, hey. Dirty 20.
You managed to walk around some hills and find a perfect little area between some larger boulders where you will be basically invisible to the surrounding area unless someone knows that little space exists.
Cool.
So you slide down a rock into this nice little alcove. and you can totally talk to the fellow secretly here.
You. Oh. Are you there? Can I talk? Can I talk? Can I talk to you like this? Are you? Oh. Earthman.
What are you doing?
Wait.
You turn. He's like there's just a cat sitting on a rock behind you.
Oh. Do I talk to you through this now? Like what?
No.
Can I talk to you in my head?
You could talk to me out loud like a fucking person. Does your bird talk to Kaeli in his brain?
I don't know. I'm new to this.
Wait, can he actually talk to Kaeli in his brain? I've never had a fucking pack bearer who could do that. Why does she get the good shit?
I really don't know. Like that much.
You should find out and let me know so I can figure out what I'm missing out on.
All I know is he'll like usually disappear into his ring. Maybe sometimes she'll be outside. I don't know. Can I do the ring thing that he does?
Can you do the ring thing? Can you do the ring thing? Yes, you can do the ring thing. That's not a ring. I'm not gonna give you a ring. We're not that close.
Oh. Fair.
The gem on your staff. That's why I like enchanted it and stuff. You can go in there.
Oh. Let's hang out.
What do you mean let's hang? What do you
want? I want to see what's inside the ring. I've never been in.
What do you want?
Go in his ring.
What do you want to be in your stat? I can make it anything I want. What do you want it to be?
Well, I mean, what would you make it?
Go in. I'll join you in a moment.
I'll go in.
Wait, put it somewhere. You like vanish. Your staff like falls to the ground.
Oh shit!
Fucking.
You are. We can't do.
You bottled respite, and you are in like a nice warm cave with like a little crackling fire in the middle and little like stools made of rock just placed about.
This is cool.
Behind you, just yeah. What do you think? I don't know what you like, so I just gave you a chair.
Have like a comfy like couch.
A couch?
Yeah. I kind of figured you'd have like a throne or something, and I
don't fucking live. I don't fucking live here.
No.
No, I don't live in your staff.
I mean, I figured it would be like, kind of like a getaway house or something, where you get away to and you.
I am
come chill with me.
Projecting myself across planes into a small demi-plane confined in the tip of your staff. This is not a home. I'm not even technically here.
All right. I'll remember that. All right. So I guess like a couple
Half
questions.
your fucking couch. There's a couch.
Oh,
Now,
hell yeah. All right.
Here, let me get the. I guess the campfire chic isn't really what you want. Hang on. Boom, and the campfire vanishes, and there is now like a nice, like a terracotta oven fireplace kind of thing against the wall. Is that better? Is this more of you? This is more of the vibe we're going for?
Yeah.
You want tile? Do you want marble? Like the floor just starts changing between different tiles.
This is fine.
All right.
Just want to talk. All right. All right. So, Dolus has been begging. Just figure out what's going on with his like arm. You've seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. With like, I figured you probably know best. Like, what's
not a clue.
Not a. Oh.
Well, I mean, I've never done that to a pack holder. No, I as far as I knew, Kaeli never done that to a pack holder. He did it to the other bird too.
Like, yeah, like I noticed like something on the wing, right?
I don't know. Maybe she's just fucking with him. That's not outside of her purview. She's kind of, a bitch. At least last time I talked to her.
She seemed nice every time I've divination.
Yeah, maybe it's nice at the top. Maybe that's why she's gotten her shit together.
I guess another question. You know, if I were to reach out to her, is there like beef between you two? Would I?
Is there beef between two genies of two different planes?
Yeah.
Do cows moo? Yeah, no,
So-
we don't get along. Genies kind of just don't get along.
Would you recommend that I don't reach out to her then? He's
I mean,
really.
you
wanting
can
to
reach
question-
out to whoever you reach out to. I'm not your dad. I'm not your husband. I'm not gonna get offended. I just, I get a little offended. I mean, like, if you're asking her for help when you could ask me for help, I might be a little offended. Well, I mean, like, am I not good enough or something? But if you're just reaching out to her to talk about the birds and stuff, I won't take it personal. I might take it a little personal. I'm not. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get obliterated from space and time. They're just conflicting, but I'll keep.
Obliterated from space. I wish I had the power to obliterate you from space and time. That'd be cool. I mean, not that I'm planning on. I could kill you if I wanted. I mean, obliterated from space and time is like a little different. So,
I guess the other thing, you probably, I imagine you have also no idea if the sleep thing would work. Considering I'm pretty sure they're also kind of a patron.
Yeah, they're kind of weird. I don't know who time is or what time is, and I've encountered some gods, talked to other genies, talked to ancient beings from before time and space themselves. And, pompous little bitches. No, I don't know what time is. Well, I mean, I know what time is. Obviously, I'm not stupid.
Okay.
No, whatever their patron is, it's beyond me. It's beyond Kaeli.
Kind of what I figured.
But you might be on the right track with putting them to sleep.
I figured it was a good first step. This
You
place
should
is
talk
just
to
kind of
that
inspiring.
dragon alchemist about weird potions she can make. She can probably get you some.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. He's probably way better at this than I am.
Probably.
That's mostly it, though. I really actually wanted to test this out, mostly, This is actually really cool.
You can only do this once a day, by the way. As soon as you're out of
Oh.
here, I'm sorry, but that's...
That's fine. Good conversation.
All right.
Now, how do I get out?
You just want to get out.
Can I do it with style? Like, pop open the door and you just kind of walk out?
He just holds the hand up. There's a door now.
Yeah, all right.
There you go. A door. I hope you feel good about that. I really do.
I do. It's
Goodbye,
great.
Mara. You walk out.
Walk out.
You appear on the ground holding your staff.
Oh! It's awkward. Gotta probably prop this up next time or something. I think it'd be weird if someone held it and, it disappeared. They even figure that out.
You start to think about how Dolus goes into a ring and how other people might wear it, and you're like, that's cool.
And I'll just head back inside.
Alright. Twink. After searching around for a while, getting a sort of lay of the land, Fairemont has a well. You find a well.
This place sucks.
You are uncertain if inside the woods there might be a creek of some kind, but Fairemont seems to get his water from here.
Fairemont!
You run back inside. Meanwhile, Lotus, you went to talk to Hush. You run up the stairs, back of this little house into this sort of loft thing. There's a door. It seems like all of this was attached to this house, sort of secondhand. And as you run up at the top of the stairs, there's this little, like, sort of box next to this door. And folded up in it, sort of set in the wall, is one of the little robots. Sort of just inactive in this little slot in the wall.
No, I shouldn't steal it. No, Fairemont will be back. No.
I'll continue walking up.
All right. Are you gonna knock, or are you just gonna open the door?
I'll knock.
Okay.
Hush.
There is a knock on your bedroom door.
Hush.
Just a whistle on the other side.
Can I come in? I'll take that as a yes. Open the door.
Hush is sitting atop like a smaller bed. He's doing that thing that kids do where they put their knees up and they like cover it up with what they're wearing. And against the wall you hear just like a as you see like a little ball that is being thrown down, bounced up, and then caught in air. But his hands are in, it's just being caught. Just floating and just getting thrown against the wall.
Hi. What does your bedroom look like?
I imagine it's not like a fully done bedroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not very large. It's like big enough that you could fit a pair of twin bunk beds. But currently it is occupied by a single twin bed, a small desk, and a mixed-matched collection of items strewn about all over the place.
There's a table, like a very small one, and you see what looks like sawdust and chips, and on it are a line of small, kind of like the ones he gave you, small little figures that seem to be like cut out. Me. Hi, Lotus.
Hi. What you doing?
Playing with my ball.
Do you want company?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna sit on the floor, kind of like in front and to the side of him.
Little ball, like it catches and it floats down. You want to throw it?
Oh, yes. We've been sitting in the cart. I haven't had much, exercise as of late, so I'm a little bit antsy.
In a little bit, we can go outside and play if you want.
Yes! I would love that.
And it's like you sit down. I mean, imagine, are you sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
So you'd be like right next to the table. On the table, like as you're going to sit down, they're not well made. But there is a small little humanoid that has like a little bit of a trail off on its head, kind of looking like fire. Another one that has like, it seems like would be like a female carved out of it. And then next to that, you see something kind of stranger. It's similar to the thing that he showed you with his hand. The weird tendril thing, but it's not, you can't really like curve it, so they're more just like long sticks. And then farther back on the table, there's one, and it kind of just looks like a giant bean. Just like, but it's about yay big. Kind of just looks like a giant bean. And he goes, "Are you guys done?"
Talking about things? Yeah, kinda. Well, we kinda went our separate ways. And, later Fairemont is gonna talk to me and Dolus about, Raiden.
Be nice. I don't know why he's a big dude for you, but you seem very eager to talk about him.
Well, Raiden is... Well, people keep calling him my dad, but he's not exactly my dad. He's more of the person that took care of Dolus and me when we came here. Well, not here, but like to this plane.
So he's a good guy?
Mhm.
Oh.
He's a very, very good guy.
Okay. I was afraid that he might be bad.
No. Raiden would never.
When you guys were talking, the thing that Fairemont said about that thing that wanted the world and everything to stay the same,
Mhm.
you guys are messing with a lot.
Mm,
War, overthrowing a kingdom,
yeah,
planes.
yeah. It's been a crazy, like, few weeks. 2 months? I don't know.
You've only just started?
Kind of?
You said weeks.
Yeah.
You said you fought a war, that you fought dragons.
Well, we didn't fight dragons, we witnessed.
That someone died.
Yeah.
There's no time at all.
I mean, aircopters live for 30 years, and so, like, you know, they grow up faster than others. Do you want to guess how old I
I expected like 13.
am?
No.
Yes.
No.
I've been telling people that I'm almost 2 years old, but I'm like 2 and a few months.
You're 2?
Mm-hmm.
That's... Oh. And you're already this great?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Didn't you punch somebody in half?
Not really in half. There was one time where it was like a bunch of like people who came in when we were having like this dinner, and then they had not guns, they had crossbows and stuff. And I like threw a dagger into them, and then I kicked it further into them.
You've done so much with your time.
I guess so. I guess when you're actually living through it, you don't really realize.
Hmm. You're the only one that's... the one I have the most in common with outside of Hickory. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it?
Deal with everything that's happening?
Your friend was dying. We got pointed at. We got things pointed at us. We got attacked by trolls.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
You guys saw dragons earlier than the day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with it?
Well, I think when your whole life is a lot, you find peace in a lot. You know,
Mm.
we were I kind of look like this. And so ever since I was born, I was just like different than everybody else. And then I was, exiled. My life's been a lot. And 2 years. And so I've just found.
Wait, no. You were exiled?
Oh, yeah, that was a whole nother thing. Haha.
No. Wait. The ball just stops. Wait, no. You were exiled. Isn't you're not allowed to go back?
Mhm.
And you're okay with that?
I think for a long time I wasn't okay with it. But I think now I realize that as long as I have Dulles and all of my other friends, new friends that I've made, I am okay with it. Because even when I was there, that was all I really cared about.
But you got to say goodbye, right?
Not really.
But you found a home in someone else.
Dulles is my home.
And I'm sorry.
Why?
It's just a lot. It's
I guess-
just so much.
Yeah, but I'm okay if it's a lot, if it means that other people can live safer lives and the things that we do are, for the betterment of others.
I don't even know what I'm fighting for.
What do you mean?
I woke up somewhere where the land was being overtaken. A place I don't know anything about, and now I'm fighting for something that isn't even what I know it to be. I don't know this place. I don't know anything about it. I know it's wrong, and it wasn't wrong the last time I saw it. And the person said they wanted everything to stay the same, but why did this place change?
Stay the same? Change?
Why is everything changing?
I mean, I don't think I fully understand what exactly you're talking about, but everything is bound to change one way or another. And even if things stay the same, stay locked, they're not technically always locked. People change. People come and go. Even trees who, are alive for lots and lots of time, more than elves sometimes. They also come and go. And if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't really know where you're going, I think as long as you believe in something and believe that what you're doing is correct, I think that's all you really need.
Yeah. I'm just confused. I'm not from here. I don't know a lot of people. And I just don't know what it is that I want. I want everything to be okay. I want everything to go back to normal, but I know it can't. I just need to find what I want to do.
And that can take time, and that's okay. And if you don't know, there's always room to learn. And so you can know.
I want to help you find your friend.
I would love that. Oh, you would love Raiden. Raiden's super sweet.
And, what was his name? You're missing another one, too.
Oh,
Artichoke?
Archibald. Archibald. He's
Archibald.
somewhere in Euwood. He's really, really strong. He's a kid like us.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Though I think he's been alive for like way longer than probably both of us have. Because he's an elf, but yeah.
I don't think so. That sounds nice. It sounds like he'd be really fun. He gets back up. Gets up. Let's go outside.
Okay.
He grabs the ball. And he just as he gets up, he gives Lotus a little hug.
Aw. I completely just turn and give you a super big hug.
Yeah, it's like she just squishes your head.
Just
Small.
it tries to squish you as hard as he
Small
can.
child.
It's not any form of squish, but he's trying. We can play outside, or do you need to go talk to Fairemont?
Oh. I mean, do you want to join in and listen? You can learn more about Raiden.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll help you find him.
All right, you guys head downstairs. Twink, you ran into inside to talk to Fairemont, right? Or just to go inside? Okay, you run inside. Hickory is alone in the living room.
Hey,
Where's the crazy one at?
kitchen.
Fairemont!
Hick, you are left alone in the living room again.
I come in.
And then Mara comes in after you.
What? Are you looking for Fairemont too? He's in the kitchen.
Not really. Are you okay? Good?
Everybody ran away.
I go upstairs.
You start
Hickory's
going
just-
upstairs, and Hickory's like, and then the kids are coming down the stairs.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
I was
Hi.
gonna come meet y'all. Okay, I'll stay down here then.
Do you want to connect back? Do you want a ball?
All.
There's a ball floating by his head.
Balling.
Grab it.
After
Stare at the
Talk.
robot.
After the talk with Fairemont, we'll go outside and play. If you want to join us.
Sure.
Can you turn into a dog?
Yeah? Not today though.
Oh. No, why not today?
Well, if I'm not careful, I only have like 2 shots at that.
Well,
Right
we're
now.
staying here tonight.
Yeah, but what if something, comes and crashes in the front door and
Please.
explodes the entire workshop and absolutely obliterates the entire place?
Hush,
on
eyes,
fire.
please.
Like this, and I'll minor illusion fire.
You minor illusion fire. Okay.
It is a still image of a flame.
Yeah, I'm like, it is like when a game has 2 frames a second, you're just flicking
It's like
fire. You're like,
Minecraft.
look at it.
But like, you're super duper strong in other ways, so you don't always have to transform.
You called down the moon. I don't.
Yeah,
you turn
but
into a dog.
it's better if I.
Lotus, what are you
Um,
doing?
Oh, hi.
Lotus, can you turn into a dog?
Excuse me?
Can you turn into a dog?
Can I
With,
turn
like,
into
I mean,
a
you can
dog?
turn into other people, right? Can you turn into a dog?
No, I cannot turn into a dog.
What if the dog is like human-like,
That sounds
Or-
terrifying. I
where
would
it's
like
like on
Guys.
2 feet?
Alita in the corner, just Socrates.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he
Remember?
was a good doggy.
No, I don't remember. Actually, I'm just going off of all the jokes
I
you guys
don't-
make.
Yeah, I don't
Minor
either.
illusion.
Just
Like
you a
this?
minor illusion, a werewolf.
We fought a lot
I-
of those.
I don't want to play with that.
Mara, just be a dog for the kids.
What is happening?
We tried
Why
to
don't you
convince
want to be a
Mara-
dog, Mara?
Doggy.
Do you have like a traumatic event as a
No,
dog?
Why are you all
I mean,
trying
yeah,
to
but
force
no.
Mara to be a dog?
What do you mean, yeah?
Asking.
If Mara doesn't want to be a dog, it doesn't have to be a dog.
Just asking.
Do you want me to summon an elemental for you to play fetch with?
Oh, not now though. Not now. I want to talk to Fairemont about Raiden.
After.
You can go outside and play and then come in for tea.
Actually, and like Fairemont from the kitchen, like Pete pokes his head in. Twink is like coming to talk to him. You all can go out for a moment. I'll bring the tea out. I'll get the little robots to set up a table. Does a little whistle, and out of like nowhere, they all just and they like they stack on top of each other and open the front door, and then they just start filing out.
All right. Fairmont, I know I don't like tea, but could you make Lotus a honey lemon tea?
Don't worry, of course.
All right.
Can I have some?
Honey lemon? Did you say honey lemon?
I'll make enough for everybody. Everybody go get comfortable outside, enjoy the fresh air.
We could
Tweak and I'll bring out all the drinks in a moment.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Elemental.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
I
like-
go outside.
Yeah, Alina like looks at you, Hick, and is just like, alright.
Just give a long
Both get up.
sigh and then just put my hands in my pockets, like just walk out.
Everybody just
I'll also go
walks
outside.
out. You all run outside, and you get out there, and the robots are setting up like a table that they have pulled from somewhere. They are dragging along. One of them has because there's like two of them dragging a table, and then others like each one has a chair that they've like grabbed in their little hands and is just dragging backwards through the dirt. Twink, you are left alone with Fairemont, who goes back to the coffee and the tea.
I'm not helping you carry those out.
I know.
Where's the nearest running body of water around here?
What do you... Why?
I want to go fishing.
Maybe half a mile south there's a creek, and maybe a mile and a half north there's a lake in the mountain.
I'll be at the creek. I'll talk to y'all later.
No, hang on. I had to talk to you. So, God. You're bad at just many functions of normal society. Do you know that?
Yes.
All right. I assumed there were some things you would probably want to talk to me about privately.
I have an idea
Yeah.
for that forge.
Yeah. All business. All right.
Yeah.
What's your idea?
So, you saw the rod, right?
Yeah.
What if we enhanced it to siphon magic from people before they cast spells?
Like a counterspell rod?
Right, but it would be before they cast at all. Like it would just absorb magic, period.
Dangerous, but
Yeah, but I think it's the only way to make our friend normal.
which friend?
The one that's captured.
Right, okay. Archibald.
Yeah.
I can look into it, and it'll be easier once I have Archibald and have the engine.
Yeah, I don't think we can get Archibald without using it on him. We have to make him useless to them.
So you need to put a magical drainer on him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to make it without the engine.
I know.
Are you suggesting we storm the castle and use the castle's forge while we're storming the castle?
Well, I never said we were going to do it exactly that way, but if that's the best we got.
This is out. This is weeks out, at least. Even if I have a general location of the engine, it's going to take a long while to find the best way in. Buried. The caverns under Ravenloft are thousands of miles sprawling and hundreds of miles deep. That's why I blew out miles worth of rock so I could sink it in the first place.
Yeah, we got to talk about that, by the way. I think I get compensation for what you did to my land.
No. You didn't own it at the time. I didn't do shit to your land.
I don't think we can confirm that or not.
But considering I sunk the engine 65 years ago and
Yeah,
I knew
perhaps
where
in a
you
previous life I owned it. You don't know.
So you believe in reincarnation now, Twink?
I'm simply stating that it is an option.
Well, as
And
soon
that
as
you
you
can't
can
prove otherwise.
Yes, so as soon as you can prove by some physical, legal matter.
Can
that
you
in
explain
a
any
previous
other
life-
way that I could have gotten the deed for free?
Yeah, you bought a fucking tube from a crazy bitch.
All I'm saying is think about
Look,
it.
you made a purchase. That's literally how you got it. If you can prove it belonged to somebody else who was you, I'll fucking pay you, okay?
Okay.
I have to talk to you. It's about Hush. Have you noticed anything strange about him?
Yeah. Yeah, like everything.
Well, yeah, obviously. Anything strange beyond the basics that anybody could notice?
Yeah, like all of us.
Yuwa didn't used to be Yuwa. And I don't mean about when it was undiscovered, because before it was undiscovered, it was discovered. Yes.
That's a paradox. It can't exist.
A long time ago, Stonekeeper, Shadestep, had a land in the north they did business with. They called it Croitus. Ancient land. People were tribal. Believed a long time ago that Croitus was destroyed by a cataclysm or war or something. Sort of written off. Sort of, old wives' tale kind of thing. Well, Hush is living proof that Yubawa is Croitus, or was, a long time ago. I'll tell you, because I know you won't tell anyone, because you don't tell anyone anything. I found Hush while I was looking for the engine. In a temple, buried deep below Ravenloft.
He asleep? Like how?
He
How
was
did you just-
trapped in a crystal, like an amber. Like a fossil would be, but he was alive. The awakening had cracked it. I cracked it the rest of the way, and
Yeah, I'd heard about spells like that could preserve things in amber, but to keep a person alive in one, I didn't think was possible.
I don't know. The main thing is, think I think his mother might have known something about the engine. But I don't know. There's something else about him, something strange. I can't quite place. Sometimes he stares off into the distance and it's like he's not him.
Have you ever heard him speak?
No, he doesn't speak. Can't speak. Squeak and whistle, and that's about it.
Hmm.
Can he speak? Did you hear him speak?
No, it wasn't him.
No, why'd you bring it? What?
Huh? No, I've never heard him speak.
Explain.
It was somebody else.
That spoke with Hush's body.
Yeah.
But if he was, that wouldn't make sense. He doesn't have the ability to speak, even if you possessed him.
Telling you, we were
talk.
all there. We all heard the same thing.
Okay, what did it say?
That it was a friend, but that Hush thought it was gone.
Did it introduce itself?
That's a weird question to ask me.
I mean, just said it was a friend and that he was gone? What brought this about? What is it? Did it say hello? Did it tell you a tale?
Oh, right. I need to tell you about the silver dust, too.
The what?
Yeah, okay. So, I explained to him the whole
You
situation.
explained the whole situation. Get to the end of the explanation. He's just like, the silver dust is definitely from the astral plane. I don't know what it is exactly. I've never encountered it, but
I assumed it was a residue of some kind.
Yeah, I assume something to do with your Archibald and the World Tree. And, Agrihil. Hush has mentioned him in passing. He doesn't like to talk about it.
Yeah, it's best not to tell him about it.
Keep an eye on him, and if he finds any details about his mom or Agrihil, let me know. It might help me figure some things out. I assume he's going to want to go with you. Lord knows he doesn't want to stay cooped up here with an old artificer.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want him to go with us.
You don't?
Oh, it's a fucking child, Fairemont. What the?
You have another child with you.
Yeah, I watched that child knife kick a fucking guy in half.
Yeah, and he summons knives with his brain.
The problem is I can't watch two children. Already lost Socrates. What if it had been the child?
Tin Man, you do have a heart.
No. I have a brain. Can't do both.
Tin Seeker's a good name. It's appropriate, though, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Look. I don't know all of the details, but Socrates wasn't your fault. I'm sure.
I don't blame myself.
Okay. And Hush can handle himself. He's no safer here. I could have Von Hillian's people turn up at my doorstep anytime.
Von Hillian's a fool.
Von Hillian is smarter than you give him credit for. The only reason he's been as manageable as he is that he's stuck in a castle with Delilah. Unfortunately, that also means Delilah's stuck in a castle with him. It's a very nice little impasse that the greatest ally I have at the moment is dealing with an obnoxious problem.
Do you still You still think you could get something to him for me?
Yeah.
Pull out a little sack and I drop it. It's been
That's
a few months.
That's a lot of gold.
It's been a few months.
I have one of those one-way boxes that I build, so I'll get it to them. You want to send a note?
No. Why would I? What's the answer every time you ask?
Look. I haven't seen you in almost a year. Maybe you got more sentimental. I said maybe. They're safe. And in exchange, maybe you could just, keep an eye on Hush. If he causes you problems, I could be more easily persuaded to pay for the damages I did to Ravenloft.
Can I have a one-way box to send him back?
He said, no, it kills living things if they go in the box.
That's a design flaw. Skill
Well,
issue, I would say.
I mean, the box is only like this big. You could really
Right,
only
you
put,
could
like,
always
small
make it bigger.
creatures.
It's just not.
Well, I mean, I'd make it so that I can send matter, not so that I can send, like, a living soul through it.
I'm just saying, you're not
Well,
thinking about it from the right.
I have teleportation circles if I want to just, like, go places. By the way,
Sure,
I've been
just put
setting
one in a
up.
box that you can carry around.
Yeah, but then people could use it to, like, get places I don't want them to go. This is more secure. Think about if anyone could just hop in that box and get to where,
Fine, whatever.
You're a good man, Twink.
I'm a gnome.
You're a good gnome, Twink, despite all your best attempts. Now, go. Here, you can carry your own drink. He hands you the cup.
I'll be back in a few hours.
Take the coffee!
Begrudgingly, I'll take the coffee.
Go fishing. Bleh. Twink runs out the door, and I imagine just runs past you all towards the trees.
Hello, Twink. Goodbye, Twink.
I'll see you all in a few hours.
The table's probably down, right?
Yeah, the table's all set. The table and chairs are all set up.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where are you going?
I'm going fishing.
Have
Oh.
fun.
If you get lost, keep your trinket.
I will not get lost, and you will not be able to use it to find me.
Let's go fishing next time, Twink.
Fairemont comes out the door with like a platter, and he lifts it, like he holds the door open and lifts a leg up, and another little robot comes out with a platter like balanced on top of it.
I'll walk over and take the second platter.
Tea and coffee for everyone.
Thank you.
Can I have coffee?
Hush, we've talked.
It's alright, Hush. This tea is good. It's Lotus's favorite.
It's lemony and sweet.
It's sweet?
I mean, I hope you wanted it sweet. I put sugar in it, so be kind of awkward if it wasn't.
He floats it over. I gotta tell you about all the things we did. We fought trolls.
There were trolls.
Mhm.
On the way here, yes.
Ooh, I have to make sure my alerts are on. Oof. Don't want
Thank you.
trolls wandering around. Of course.
Dola shot it.
You have a gun?
Don't give no. Shot it with. I shake my hand with the ring.
Ah.
Hush exploded it in a large ball of fire.
They told Twink that you could handle yourself. Alina summons a small earth elemental. A small quadrupedal earth elemental.
Does it have a mouth?
She says a few things to it in primordial, and the two of you birds can vaguely understand her as she instructs this elemental to pretend to have a mouth so that the kids can have fun And it does. It makes like a mouth shape. It's almost like a C clamp. Like it's like.
Ready? To the elemental. It's like the ball floating.
It just like leans back. And then you throw the ball, and it just turns and starts walking. And then in Primordial, Alina's like, no, run, it's supposed to be a game. And it starts running. She like leans into Dolus, and she's like, question.
Yeah.
Because you're from the elemental plane of air, do you speak
I speak a different dialect. I speak Orin, but
She speaks in like a perfect Orin dialect, just like, you mean like this?
yes. Exactly like that, actually.
Right.
I imagine after the second throw, whenever Hush throws the ball, Lotus also goes after it.
Oh my god.
Did she bring it back?
Yeah, she would bring it back.
In her
She has
mouth
to
or
compete
in her
with the-
hand?
compete with the earth elemental.
Yeah.
How
Absolutely.
fast?
She doesn't. She is significantly faster than it.
I like. I was like, do you want to try again? I can throw it farther. I'm gonna.
Don't throw it too far.
I
Can
look at the elemental and just an Orin. Better than you. Get it faster than you.
Hey, Cryo.
Am I supposed to be fast?
I would hope so.
I am made of rock.
Yeah, but you're really cool.
I cannot go faster than I am going.
Oh.
Meanwhile, to Hush, they're just like.
Are you trying to whistle? Can I try something, Cryo?
What are you trying?
Can I throw it through a vortex warp?
Can you vortex warp items?
It does say you twist around another creature, but it opens. I'm just gonna fucking throw it through.
I guess he could twist it around himself and then just throw it through the vortex.
Yeah, just throw it through.
And not go through himself.
Isn't twisted around? Doesn't it engulf the creature?
Yeah,
Is that
it-
the point of it?
Yeah.
You are the warp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
is it?
say I'll say that you cannot throw it through a vortex warp, but if you want, you can teleport and then just throw it so you have the extra distance.
Sure.
Okay.
Ready? He just kind of gets engulfed, and then he's over there.
He is suddenly 90 feet away, and then he throws it in a direction you weren't expecting.
Lotus zoom zoom.
The elemental runs much slower than Lotus after it.
How large is this elemental?
It is like the size of like a wolf. So it is
Okay.
it is large for a dog, but it is significantly smaller than the elementals you've seen her summon. It would still be a medium creature.
Lotus is gonna grab the ball whenever she reaches it. And waits for the elemental. He's like, "Hey, you want to try something?
What?
Can I ride you?"
That is a strange question for someone who is faster than me.
It'll be funny.
He turns back and like looks at Alina, and there's a moment of silence. And he goes, "She says you may ride me."
Let's. Yes. Yes.
You all watch as this dog thing comes bounding back with Lotus eagerly riding on top of it. It is not comfortable, I want to tell you that.
That's fine.
You are basically straddling a boulder that is bounding towards the group.
Hush just ran back.
Look, look. I have the ball in. This isn't comfy.
Can I have a turn?
Sure. I think.
Will you let Hush have a turn?
He looks at Alina again. She looks at it, and then she's just like, yeah.
They said yes.
You guys take turns riding the earth elemental around the property while...
How fast is it?
If it uses its action, it has a total speed of 80 feet every 6 seconds.
Does it while it has people on top of it?
Yeah, it is carrying something, but it's an
I'm
earth
small
elemental. It can
size.
carry a lot.
Yeah, and I'm a small sized creature.
But it is a small earth elemental.
Bro, it's made of
So you
rock.
guys-
It doesn't even have muscles.
You guys could definitely move like at least 60 feet per like turn round.
Riding around on it.
It's speedier than a light jog.
Dolus at the table. So it's like, I'm assuming it's Dolus, Alina, and Hickory at the table drinking tea. And
Fairemont.
Is Fairemont sitting with us?
In Fairemont, yeah, he's sitting with
I'd
you.
be there. Well, no, I'd
Yes.
be with the kids. Never mind.
Mara, yeah, Mara's standing nearby, like, yeah.
Catch!
Just at the table, like I've taken a sip. It's really amazing how you can summon those elementals.
Yeah, it's like, it was like my field of study. I mean, there are some spells to summon like fey creatures or other things, but I thought elementals were more interesting.
Fairmont, what kind of magic can you do?
A lot of the same things that Twink can. Heal people, summon booms of thunder, I can shoot lightning out of my fingertips. It's not my own magic, but I can do this. And a fucking, like, his arm opens and just like a short sword blade basically just...
Oh, so that's what the arm does.
Yeah, it does a lot of things. It's
What else do you-
amazing how densely I can fit metal into this arm with the help of that engine.
What else can that arm do?
Well, it can open... I have 2 storage compartments. One of them, he opens one, it's empty. It's like the other one has your sketch. I can have a blade. He pulls it back. He's like, the fingers can rotate. And they, like, flip at the joint, basically. And each of the fingertips is knives. Like Edward Scissorhands style. He's just like...
Okay.
My personal favorite. His wrist, like, rotates a little. And then just... just fire.
Okay.
In the distance. What was that? That was
Hey,
cool.
nothing, it's fine.
That was my favorite one!
That's so cool.
And then my personal favorite, and the one I put the most effort into, his shoulder like pops. And he straightens his arm, and then his like the top, the chunk of his shoulder, like slides all the way down to his forearm, and it expands out into a big shield.
Oh.
I pride myself on having been our little adventuring party's trying to think of a nice word to say punching bag. I was the one who took the hit.
I wouldn't call you a punching bag.
Guardian.
The others
Guardian.
with the spears, you with a shield.
Exactly.
Both are necessary.
It's fun.
I'm gonna summon 2 giant hyenas.
Okay, you would do
to run
that.
after the ball.
Hush is
So-
currently floating.
Quick question,
Yeah.
Cryo.
Uh-huh.
So, as these 2 giant hyenas are summoned, do they look any different to if 2 normal hyenas were summoned?
They have that sort of spectral vibe that Mara has when he summons animals. Also, you see him cast the spell. He's like
Okay.
12. He's like 15 feet away from
I was
you.
like, is this like, is it clearly Mara's magic hyenas, or
Yeah.
are there just 2 random giant hyenas chasing
Yeah,
2
no.
children?
No, there are.
I love Mara's magic hyenas. It sounds like a zoo or something.
Yeah, it's literally a new spell.
That's his bit.
Yeah, it's a circus attraction.
Mars magical hyenas.
So,
Come on down and see Mara's magic hyena.
So-
Mars magical mutts is what we'll call it.
we have 2 giant hyenas, spectral hyenas, fucking like bolting at us, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways,
I'm gonna-
And you know
like,
Mara's
I'm gonna-
not gonna say anything about it.
I'm gonna cast something at it.
What are you casting at the hyena?
is seeing two giant spectral hyenas coming at me, riding on my little elemental. I've never seen Mara do this.
What are you gonna
You've
cast?
you've also never seen a hyena.
Yeah, I just this giant fucking dog. I look at the one. I look at the two of them, and like Hush, like his head like jolts and his eyes like widen and his hair starts floating. I need both of them to make me wisdom saving throws as I twin spell a
Do you
dissonant
want to do
whisper.
it pulsed or should I?
Yeah, I got it.
Sick.
This,
Not
Lotus
a dirty 20.
Would Lotus recognize that
Is that
this
for?
is-
yeah, Lotus would recognize it.
That's for the
What do you do?
hyena.
Yeah.
You
Do you
roll
want me to do two
intelligence
separate
check.
rolls?
So we'll
It's
just take
separate
one.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled intelligence because it's just a +1 modifier.
Oh,
Okay. That's a dirty
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, that passes. They take half of this.
Do they have health, or are they just take 1 damage?
They have health. They
Yeah.
have-
Wait! Hush!
Take 4 as Hush.
Hush! Wait!
They have a lot left.
So,
now they attack. Roll initiative.
no, they are going to now attack you, Hush. It explicitly states that unless they are explicitly told to not do something, they will defend themselves from hostile creatures.
Hit me with it.
So, one's gonna bite you. 21.
Oh, that hits.
Take 4 points of piercing damage.
Sweet.
The other's gonna bite you. Dwah! It's a natural 20.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and silvery barbs.
Oh, okay. Now it's a
Right.
dirty 20.
Cool.
So I rolled
Now-
damage, but so now you take 5 more piercing damage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So do we all see this happening?
Yeah, I will say now that they have made their 2 attacks, Mara, you can tell them to stop.
I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Hey!
They both like look at you as you're like, "Hey, stop!" And then you're like, "Yeah."
Both my arms are being chewed on.
Let go!
I'm like trying to pull the hyenas away.
They give up the moment Mara's like, "Hey, stop!" They'll listen to him.
Come here.
They'll just walk over.
It's very bad.
Has just both of his daggers out.
Are you okay? Hush! That was Mara magic. It's okay. They're not bad.
You can go after the ball, not the kid. What's wrong with you?
That one of them to you in Elvish, because they are Fey spirits, is just like, "We didn't know you summoned us. We were running, and then he attacked us."
Don't attack anyone here.
Okay.
Like anyone
Dogs,
present
Mara.
currently, unless I specify. Dear God.
Mara, I don't want to play with the dogs.
He attacked me first. Yeah, he attacked us first. Yeah, he attacked us where they like both sit next to each other and like angrily look at Hush.
Oh, you hit him with something. Apparently, they don't like that.
There was 2 giant spectral beasts coming at me.
Yeah, that's fair. I just didn't want to turn into one.
So you sent 2 after me?
After the ball.
I don't want to play with them.
Dolus at the table, just like watching that happen, like almost started to stand up as they turned away and like started talking to Mara. Just face completely drained of emotion. Just,
Alina's just like,
Lotus like takes Hush's hand and is like, "It's okay. It was a misunderstanding. They're not bad. They listen
"Hush,
to
do you need a band-aid?"
I'm okay. He
I was
just
gonna
like puts
ask
it,
Hickory if you
put-
could go help him out.
he puts a hand on himself and he gets back all of his health. Literally perfectly his health.
There you go. Let's go.
It's okay.
I
They're
think
not
you got
Nine.
it.
He just like
All right.
glows for a second.
It's okay. You want to attack, okay?
Can you turn into a dog now, Mara?
No.
I think you owe him after that.
I think maybe we stop with the dogs and the ball for a moment. And let's do story time now.
Story?
You wanted stories, right?
I'll drop concentration.
One of the fake creatures just like, fucking stupid little kid. And then here they're both gone. It's in Elvish, so only you understand it. Well, you and Alina, who's like, looks at you.
Before you tell any stories, there was something else, and I'll pull out from my bag the note that also has the sigil stamped onto it. This was attached to the rod that I found it in a half-sunken ship in the middle of the ocean, and I'll hand it to him.
Thing?
And to remind, it says, "These last few months have been difficult, but the seas bear me no peace. I will find them. I will find home. I will find the truth."
It's Raiden's handwriting.
Right. Do you know anything about anything he's talking about here?
No. This is newer. Must have been from after he separated from you all. Can only imagine how it ended up in that ship. At the bottom of the ocean.
It was like half of a ship wrecked, overtaken by basilisks.
Oh! Fun.
That's
But
where
we-
we found Mara.
It is where we found Mara. But we spoke to him afterwards. He's fine. He's safe. I suppose he's somewhere. Like we mentioned in Dragonlost. We don't know where.
Well, put my stamp on it, which is odd. Do you mind if I keep the note for the night? Take a look at it.
Sure.
Opens the once empty compartment, puts the note in, and closes it.
I'm living in his arm rent free.
All right. What do you want to know?
Raiden.
It's a very broad spectrum. There's a lot that Raiden covers. Don't know if you know that. All right. Well, first time I met Raiden, he came into my store because he wanted me to make him a magic greatsword. He wanted an enchanted greatsword. Frankly, he looked like a toothpick. I asked him if he could hold a greatsword. He told me he was working on it.
I had a similar experience.
Did you?
Yes. When I bought this axe, everyone asked me, "Are you sure you can even hold that axe?"
Now you're asking me to replace it.
Yes, I am. I can hold it. As a matter of fact, I just don't like using it.
Yes, well, Raiden did eventually grow into his greatsword. Did you ever see it? Did he hang it up or keep it somewhere nice?
I was gonna ask, is that that'd be
No,
the same?
you only ever saw him use short swords.
Didn't you mention in the vision that he summoned a claymore?
He did. Did summon a claymore. Did say that. Okay, so you did see that. Yes, you saw it the night. You saw it the night. I'm sorry. That was the first time you'd ever would have seen it.
Was it super big and she describes it?
Yes, that's the one. Long, some runes along the length of it. Very nice wide crossguard. I did good work on that. I folded steel all day for that sword.
Oh.
Damascus.
Not what we call it in Starloss, but yes, it would be Damascus.
What do you call it in Starloss?
It doesn't have a special name.
Okay, cool.
That's why he just said that he
Damascus.
folds it instead of calling it Damascus.
It's okay. No. I said it is. I said I know what he's doing. This is not him. But yes, no. Folded it. Had a very clean pattern on it. Etched some runes in it. It was a fire greatsword. Eventually, he didn't like that because he and Kaeli had that whole thunder thing, so I changed the runes out painstakingly, I might add you, and made it a thunder one. I'm glad he still keeps it. I was worried he would toss it out after everything. Be a shame for such a good tool to go to waste.
We only saw him use it once.
I guess he just keeps it for emergency.
Yeah, we mainly saw him use short swords and quarterstaffs when we would train with him.
Oh,
Suppose it
Raiden
makes
was
sense. More often to see a short sword or a quarterstaff than a claymore.
Mhm.
Raiden was dangerous with that. I once watched him cleave the head off a bear.
Oh,
Yes. Harmon had fired shots into it as it came running at us out of the forest, and Yubuan didn't stop. So he brought the sword up, sidestepped it, and beheaded it in one smooth move.
Hmm.
Oh. Your foster parent was quite a dangerous man in his youth. I'm sure he still is.
kind of like me.
Yes, kind of like you. He had a penchant for throwing it, which I did not appreciate, because I knew one day he'd throw it, and he wouldn't get it back, and that would just be the worst situation.
Good thing he got it back.
Well, eventually it became his packed weapon, and he could just summon it as he needed.
So now he can throw it whenever he wants.
Yeah, but now it's all of my hard work is tainted by genie magic. No offense, you're not tainted by genie magic. Personal, my work. Artificers are very emotionally tied to what they make, and having someone else work on it or override it it hurts. Could have asked me to make it summon for him, but no.
Is that a thing you can do?
Yeah, no, probably not. But
Alright.
he could have asked. And he didn't.
Fairemont, can you make the weapon that I asked you to make?
Yes, probably. Well, Not when I first make it, but we can think of something. We can work on something.
I'm just asking you so that if I decide to do the same thing, you won't get offended.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. No, that's good. Thank you.
Fairemont?
Yeah!
Now that I'm back here, where am I to go next?
And really, you can go wherever you want, but I had asked Twink if he wouldn't mind with a tag along with this lot.
Yeah, you can stay with us.
I mean, Twink said no, but also Twink's not in charge, so you figure your life out.
Yeah, Twink's not in charge.
Can I stay with you guys?
Of course.
I already told you, kid.
Plus, it's nice having another kid around.
Mara?
As long as you can get along with my hyenas.
Do you summon those often?
No, but I might start doing it every now and then, you know?
Doggy.
Hush, you did a good job defending yourself. Ara, in the future, a little warning.
Also, if we become friends with the hyenas, maybe they'll let us cuddle with them.
True.
I gotta say sorry for attacking them.
Next time Mara summons them. It's all a misunderstanding. Okay.
They bite hard.
Yeah, are you okay?
I'm better now. They bit both of my arms.
Okay.
I do have a staff if you need more.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. If I could say sorry to them, I will.
I'd love to have you though, man.
Alina?
Yeah,
Are you okay with me staying?
I don't think I get a say.
Why would
You're
you
one
get
of
a
us.
say?
Yeah, you're one of us.
Like
We wrote on your elemental.
I'm like a sidekick.
Wouldn't
What?
that still make you one of us because you're still like in the group?
Also,
that
you're
what-
not a sidekick.
Does that make
You're
me a
nobody's
sidekick?
No. Nobody's sidekicks. Why are you saying you're a sidekick?
I mean, I'm just sort of here to like do things as is needed.
That's what
I
I'm here to
mean-
do.
You're a friend.
So are all of us.
Are we all sidekicks?
Yeah.
You're a
It's not a
psychic.
very cool party name. Though.
The
The
sidekicks?
It's like-
sidekicks.
Yeah, because we kick people in the side.
Oh, I do that sometimes.
I thought we were Twinktania's finest.
I that's what I sort of.
I kind of like that name actually. It's pretty good.
The
I don't
point
know what
is, Alina,
Titania is.
he's asking you.
You're fine with me, kid.
I just. Oh, thank you.
Twink's
Maybe-
a prick
maybe-
anyway.
Maybe just don't play.
Just
I just won't make a statement on that. Yeah, you're fine. Just don't play pranks on me, and we're fine.
I would never.
That's a lie.
Insight.
She just
Insight, he's
no, she just
lying.
out loud. Just that's a lie.
Listen, pranks are funny.
Fairemont, we did one. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, who'd you prank?
Oh, it was hilarious, wasn't
It
it?
was really
Really
funny.
hilarious how you almost made an entire refugee camp flee for the hills.
So I
Oh,
just
that
thought
is
it
no,
was
that does
funny.
sound really funny. Actually, I mean, no, that's bad. No, that's bad.
Mhm.
Tell me
We got
about
in
it
trouble.
later. Tell me about it later. We'll change the subject for now.
Told us. Are you okay with me staying?
Of course, yes.
Friends. More friends. Lots of friends.
Listen, Hush.
Mhm.
There was initially the concern of whether or not it would be safe for you, but after watching you catch fire to a large mountain troll in a large blaze of inferno, I believe that you're all right to come with us. And I'll put a hand on his head, I'll keep you safe.
I'll try to keep you safe too.
Of course.
Yay.
Good friends.
We're all here for each other, meaning none of us are sidekicks.
But what if we're all sidekicks?
That's not how that works. If we're all sidekicks, then none of us are sidekicks.
Then we'd all be leaders.
feel
I
like that might
suppose.
bring about several conflicts of interest.
Unless we
Anyways,
agree on all of it.
it's not going to happen.
It's not. No.
Is the tea good?
Oh, I haven't
Get
had any.
tea.
Oh, me neither.
Coffee's alright.
Never been great at coffee. It is
I haven't had this in so long.
You
It's
said it
been
was
so
sweet.
long.
It's got like
sweeter than if I didn't put sugar in it.
Lotus, I could always just make you some. You
Oh,
could always
true.
just ask.
That's true. That's true.
I'll send along. I have a nice little magical kettle. I'll toss it into Twink's little bag of holding.
I can magically create any food and water.
Oh,
Just
never
like
mind. I'll
make-
keep my
make
kettle.
No, you can send the kettle.
A dinner roll in my hand.
But there's no reason for me to. Look at that. That's a nice roll.
I want it.
Well,
Doesn't have
once
to
you
be.
come back and you're separate from the group, I'll get you a kettle. But for now, Dolus can
Well,
be your kettle.
honestly, it takes a lot of energy out of me to
Don't you do
make
Now
this
he
to
wants
me.
it.
I worked with Twig for years. I know bullshit when I
No,
hear
it's not.
bullshit.
It's not that. I literally, if I make anything other than bread without using a large amount of energy from myself, it tastes like bread. Like watch, and I'll like close my hand and then like almost like pull out of it like a shish kebab, and then put it there in front of him.
Holy shit, that's bread.
But it's not. It just tastes like bread.
It's meat with the flavor of bread. Hush, I see you.
Now taste it.
I see you prestidigitation in it. I know it's gonna take. It's butterscotch. Why is it butterscotch?
It's
Do
good.
you have butterscotch here?
No, I don't have butterscotch here.
You know where I could get some so that I could make some.
Valorfall has a candy shop. I do have some candy here. I have licorice.
Oh, can I have
Licorice
some
is so-
candy?
It's black
Wait,
licorice. I don't know.
so
Will you like black licorice?
gross.
I've never had black licorice before.
I've
Alright.
also
It's not
had
good.
licorice.
He whistles and a little robot comes up and he's like, third shelf. On the left. On the left as it like runs off.
Hush, hush. I used to have a lot of candy in my bag, but then I ran out last time we ran through candy. So
Oh,
I'll just give it to people.
That's so unfortunate. Don't give people black licorice.
Why not?
Mm,
It's an acquired taste.
it's a
What does
bad
that mean?
taste.
You'll find out in a moment. Any other
Okay.
stories you want while we're here waiting for our licorice?
Can you tell us about Raiden and Nobelia?
Ah,
Is it?
Okay, well, I will say, I will intervene, and that I have learned enough about Raiden and Nobelia specifically together from this notebook. But could you tell us more specifically about who Nobelia was?
Nobelia. From what I knew of her, she was a girl whose family was from the Empire and had moved to Dragonlost when, before she was born. I wish I had asked her more, honestly. But she eventually wanted to come back to the Empire, and she and Raiden met on the boat here. Well, there. Here's you, not. You know what I mean.
Mhm.
And you know, when you're a young, handsome man and there's a young, handsome lady stuck on a ship together for several weeks, things happen, and
Like what? Like what?
he just looks Dolus like dead in the eyes.
Dolus has like, you know, his eyes are like always kind of dead. And then as he makes eye contact with him for that long second, the smallest smirk grows on his face.
They started a relationship.
How does one
Me.
do that?
You ask.
Yeah, you like
What?
someone in like a romantic way, and you
Oh,
just
yeah.
ask them.
What does it mean to like somebody in a romantic way? Is it like
Think
how
you'll
Raiden?
know wanna
when
kiss
you
him?
feel it.
What does kissing have to do with it?
You'll
I
know
s-
it when you feel. Stop, Hickory. We'll make it worse.
That's a good point.
If you
Do you have
love
kiss?
someone romantically, trust me that you'll know it when you feel it.
Hush, have
It's
you
not
ever loved
something you
somebody
can
romantically?
explain to someone.
What was that?
Hush, have you ever loved somebody romantically?
I don't think so.
Mara, have you?
I love butterscotch.
Yeah. What's the difference between?
I told
wanna
you that
I wanna
you'll
kiss it,
know
like, put it
when
in my
you
mouth.
Feel it.
But what if I never feel it?
You then it's fine. You don't.
Not
have to.
everyone needs romantic relationships.
Nope.
I haven't had one.
Okay.
I'm best left to my machines, and that's okay.
Fairemont, please continue.
Right, well, they were a young couple, very much in love, fond over each other all the time. Several public displays of affection. I had to repeatedly ask them to stop. He like leans indoors and he's like, the sound sometimes when we were traveling in the tents, I Anyway,
Is public display of affection bad?
Did they,
it
like,
depends on the
dance?
on the level of affection. Don't worry, you can hug people. It's fine.
Do they play patty cake? Was that it?
Yes. So,
That must have gotten annoying.
yes. He asked her to marry him on Harmon's ship, his first ship.
And she said no.
Yes, she did. He was crushed. It was hilarious. Harmon and I were watching from the back. We both knew it was going to end terribly. She was mad at him and had been for weeks at convincing her to go on this windward adventure, and he thought the solution was marriage. It was quite fun. The two of them eventually made up during our adventures in Ubua. I don't know if he ever asked again, at least not so far as I was aware. I think after everything began with the Starlost, he had planned to save it for after.
But he never got.
Well, no. It goes to show why you shouldn't get too hung up on things. Sometimes it's better to just do things.
What's the difference between a relationship and marriage? Is marriage just when you have kids?
No, marriage is like a legal agreement that you make, and it makes a relationship like lawfully binding in the eyes of some greater power.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, no, so you agree to share your every bit of your life, your home, your items, your decision making if something bad happens to you.
That sounds like when you go in the water and there's like a thing attached to you.
Like a leech?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like that. Hush.
Just sharing your things. And it's always there.
But if it's legally binding, can
Yeah.
you legally unbind it?
It depends on where you got married.
Usually, yes.
In Shade Step, they don't let that doesn't fly.
Do you have to be married to have a kid?
No.
No. Other things happen, and that's how kids happen.
Like what?
Like sexual intercourse.
Oh,
Hey,
thought she didn't
Hickory?
know about that. Like,
Hickory?
Yeah.
Should we ask about the tracks?
The trap. Right. There were burned footprints in the forest.
oh,
when the
thank
trolls
God! Yes,
attacked
what
us.
happened? Trolls. Yes.
I had
Yeah.
a feeling that you didn't want to keep answering questions.
No.
we-
I didn't want to keep listening. There were burned footprints in the forest.
Something
there was
sent the trolls after us, we think.
not just sent them, escorted the trolls to us.
All sorts of things. Burned footprints. Maybe a fire elemental. He looks at Alina. You.
Human-shaped footprints.
Ooh, no, that's strange. A fiend of some sort. Devil, perhaps. A lot of dark things bleed their way into Ubua from below. Deep under the caverns. That's why this area is more dangerous than a lot of the rest of Ubua. Ravenloft has a lot of horrific things down in the caverns.
Hickory is just looking at Mara.
If the trolls didn't like fire, why were they being led by someone who burns when they step?
Probably, actually, that's a angle I hadn't thought of it from. The trolls are most likely doing what that flaming or hot creature was telling them to, because it would burn them if they didn't.
They were forced to attack you.
I have a theory.
Oh?
Remember what I asked about Inquisitors?
They do.
Turns out, very old friend, rival of mine, became one.
Oh!
Here. And I had an invasive dream about them. One that felt real, one that I could feel the power of fire engulfing around me.
Oh?
He wanted to burn me alive. And
Well, those two things do seem to line up.
I'm fairly certain, positive, that it might have a connection to Fire Genie.
There's more than one genie.
Yes, there are several. A whole
So-
trio.
We have Kylie, and then now
The other genies are a fire genie, Noxus, and an earth genie, Baradorn. Gaeli used to do battle with them. Raiden would talk of it on occasion.
Are there only 3?
Yes. I don't know what happened to the fourth, or if there ever was a fourth, and if there was, Gaeli never told Raiden about it.
yeah, I imagine there would be because there's 4.
Water.
Major elements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alas, a mystery lost to us.
Maybe it was a really sunny day and it evaporated.
I don't think that's.
But then they would have to come back down eventually.
Can I cast Detect Evil and Good while this
What?
conversation's going on?
Yeah, ritual cast or just with the.
I can't ritual cast that actually.
Oh, you can't. I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. See if I can feel it.
1 second. Let me read Detect Evil and Good. Where the hell is this spell? There it is. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So within 30 feet, you are trying to detect an elemental.
If that counts? Like, would he count as like Fey, Celestial, Elemental?
Would
Would
he
be
count?
elemental.
Would Baradorn?
No.
Noxus?
Noxus, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Try to
Yep.
hone in on that again.
You cast Detect Evil and Good, and you can feel the presence of Baradorn in your staff. And then you can detect wind elemental magic coming off of Dolus and Lotus. And that's it.
I'm shocked the Fire Ganassi doesn't have any fire juice to him.
Nah. It's not close enough relation.
Fair enough.
If he has made a pact with Noxus, he's dangerous. Warlocks are, no offense, dangerous.
Definitely someone to look out for. He said we'd find him, though. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that.
Hmm.
I question if I'm being tracked, to be honest.
Wasn't Matthias burned?
I'm pretty sure it's connected.
If you're worried about being tracked, I have a solution for that. He reaches into his little coat pocket. He pulls out a monocle. And he puts it on. You're not being scryed on, at least not now.
Oh.
Didn't after the
A lens
trolls-
of true sight.
I'll grab it, put it on, have a look around.
As you look through it, everything has sort of a goldenish hue. You look at Dolus and Lotus, and they look the same. Their Dolus's arm and Lotus's the marks on her wings are shimmering a little bit more than the rest of them. You look at Hickory, and you could sort of see like Hickory and then little after images of Doc every now and then. You look at Hush, and it's just Hush, but he has this like wibbly tendrilness around his head, sort of like the air with hot days. Then you look at Alina, and it's just Alina.
Oh my god.
Wow. It's interesting.
You look at Fairemont, and his arm seems, all of those little pieces you see, each of them seems almost like disjointed, as if the arm did like when Iron Man pulls up a schematic and spreads his arm around? It looks like that through true
Oh.
sight.
Oh. Wow.
What do you see?
Anything with magical effects can be.
No, you're seeing
Well-
sort of anything that bleeds through different planes. It lets you
Oh.
glimpse things that would be unseeable to our eyes because they're affected on an ethereal level.
Interesting.
No. If you want a lens of detect magic, that's in my workshop.
Can I
Give it back.
can I try it?
Forgive me, Hush, it's not a toy. Yes. No scrying lenses here.
Did you say you felt like you were being watched, Nora? Back at the campsite?
If he is inspecting you, well, he's not doing it via scry. I'll tell you that much.
Would describing the feeling help a little bit? Understanding this?
Sure. Every bit counts. Scientific process is all about information and evidence.
It felt as if the presence was coming in and out of existence at different points around me. Like as if it was dodging my capabilities to find it.
Well, not an expert. I can do research, but doesn't sound super familiar off the top of my head.
I worry mostly that I may have brought it with me. Worry for, not just my safety and y'all's safety, but yours too.
If he's tracking you, it's not via a way I can tell. Which also means it's not via a way I can stop. So, better to not worry about it. Well, I mean, maybe worry a little. But let's not lose sleep over it. Maybe a little sleep. Maybe keep watches.
Just a thought I had.
Yes.
So, at least the way it was described to me was that Kaeli can hear things or tell things that are going on because she can tell through the winds in the air.
Yes.
Something like that.
Genies are extremely powerful beings on their planes. They're more of a spirit than they are a creature. They are attuned to the magic of their plane. As the winds bleed into the material plane from the elemental plane of air, so too does Kaeli.
Right. And I assume the same could be said with the earth on the ground and the soil with the genie in the elemental plane of earth, and the rain in the sky and the vapor of water and the streams that flow with the elemental plane of water, if the genie were there.
Yes.
So then, in what way does the elemental plane of fire bleed into this world, besides fires that we create ourselves?
Fires that are naturally occurring, volcanoes, heat, even from the sun, some say, though I'm not sure. Where you feel warmth. There is some essence of fire deep inside. You might be the safest you've ever been here in snowy Ubwa.
Right. Interesting.
It's not perfect, just the same way Kaeli isn't actually everywhere there's wind. Same way I'm sure Barradorn isn't actually everywhere there's rock. But yes, anywhere there are those things, there might be an essence of them. Well, you could ask Kaeli.
I wish I could ask Kylie.
Can you not?
Well, ever since the sort of breaking of the planes and whatnot, I have had my connection to Kylie sort of severed in a way. I can speak to her, and sometimes I can feel the wind on my back as sort of a affirmation that she hears me, but I can no longer see her or hear back from her.
Not to alarm you, but are you sure that she is alright?
Well, I believe that...
Like, alive.
Yes. I believe that I spoke with her through Mara the other day.
How did you talk to her?
Through the power of divination.
It doesn't make any sense. No. That's what the little compass in there is for. It's for tracking magics. With the planes breaking down, Kaeli should be stronger than she's ever been.
Last that we and Luctulus saw from her specifically, she seemed to be in some sort of council room with members of Aarakocra tribes, discussing something.
That still wouldn't affect how she...
That's all we know, really.
The only thing I can think of is something severing her control over the plane. Another genie or spirit, perhaps? Maybe the Starlost casting something on her?
Well, the clone Starlost version of Lotus made her way to the elemental plane of air.
Ah. Well, that explains it, actually. So, probably he was given some sort of magic or ritual that has limited Kaeli in the scope of her power.
Okay.
Probably did it explicitly because they knew you were connected with her.
And I did kill her sister. Her brother, sorry. And, told her.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible idea. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Well,
In hindsight, I can tell that it was a terrible idea, but in the moment, it felt right.
that's fair. The fact that you could still feel her shows that there is still some sort of connection, probably from the pact magic, and must be a great strain on her to reach through such a strong ritual, try and even still give you magic.
Well, kind of look down at my arm. Maybe sort of making me part of her was her way of anchoring the connection.
Whatever she did, she's put a lot of effort into keeping you working.
Right.
A lot nicer to you than she ever was to Raiden.
What do you mean?
Oh, she would take his powers away willy-nilly all the time.
Oh,
Anytime he offended her in like any way. Even if he complained about it being too windy sometimes.
Did she... Raiden made a pact with her. Did she sort of leave her mark on him in any way?
I assume you mean like,
Right, well, before this, when I first put on the ring, it burned me.
no,
My arm was scorched.
definitely didn't do anything like that. No. No, the only reason I knew Kylie existed is because Raiden would, pardon my language, bitch about her all the time.
Right.
Didn't seem like they quite got along till near the end.
Near the end.
Yeah, yes, but I mean, sort of had to shore up all of our abilities as we went against Eknos. I think they had a long talk and hashed some things out.
Maybe the fact that the Starlost wanted so badly to sever my connection with her, our connection with her, was part of the reason that she tried so hard to keep it stable as much as she could.
Maybe. It's all theory from me, though, I'm afraid.
Right.
The little robot comes out with 2 jars, and he goes, "No, damn it, 3rd shelf from the... You didn't have to bring this... Oh, fine." He
Where's
puts the licorice
Twink?
on the table, and he puts pickles on the table.
Assuming I know which one is the licorice.
Well, so, yes.
Be careful, it's not good.
Don't listen, Lotus, both take a piece.
You eat black licorice. React to that however you feel appropriate. It's good, right?
Lotus just opens her mouth and it falls out.
Alright, well, it's an acquired.
I think it's quite good, actually.
Alina reaches across and takes some. I like both kinds of licorice, to be fair.
Lotus
Another
takes the
piece.
pickle.
Why? It's a jar of pickles.
Meanwhile, Twink,
Where's Twink
out in the woods, you find the creek. It is a very nice creek. There are definitely fish in it. You find a good, like, doldrum spot where water is coming over and sort of crawling around, and they're all seeming to rest. Make a survival check.
Fuck yeah, I've been waiting for fucking 25 minutes for this. That's good.
It's good?
That's good. It's a 20.
It's a dirty 20?
It is.
Twink, you spend the remainder of the afternoon fishing.
I do.
You catch every fish you see in this little creek.
I do.
You manage to pull in easily 24 fish.
All mine.
And
Master
also,
angler.
you manage to hook and get out of the water a single gauntlet that probably came from somewhere upstream. It is old metal, but it is a very nice steel with bits of bronze in it. It would probably fetch a solid amount of gold, or could be repurposed for something.
Interesting. I'm kidding.
That's why if you want.
No. Yeah, no, I'll put all the fish in the bag of holding, and actually the fish don't need to go in there. But I do set up a nice stringer so I can take them all back.
All right. Well, after enjoying pickles and licorice and some more chit chat, and Twink eventually appears in the tree line. Maybe an hour after you all started, maybe 2 hours after you all started. You kind of lost like a little bit of time as you headed out.
Twink,
see
do you
Twink.
like black licorice?
I mean, it's all right.
It's not.
There's some on the table if you want some, and pickles.
I have
Fish for dinner?
I have fish. Yes.
Oh,
All right.
Why you got so much?
Yes, I caught a lot.
Will you be cooking?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Would you like for me to cook?
No.
Yeah, I would,
would
Twig. Yeah, no, cook. He's a good
Twink
cook.
should cook.
Well, all right. I just meant because I wanted to cook.
Maybe the two of you could cook together.
Nope, you got it.
Oh, all right. Well then,
Oh, wait.
I learned a lot of fish-based dishes after on to see.
Oh God, these are freshwater. Okay, freshwater fish.
Trust me.
It's
I have
different.
them.
It's a completely
No,
different
I know.
taste.
I know.
Okay.
Why
All
don't
right.
you teach him?
No.
yes, Lotus.
Well, because you two can make a lot of like cool things. I was wondering, is there anything that can help with like dodging and being more like harder to hit?
I'll be honest with you. I have to start making a hand
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
a-
but I mean like
and then another
Speaking
weapon.
of hands, I found this as well. And I pull out the gauntlet. I caught this.
what, the fish? The fish turn into that?
No, I got this.
Was a fish wearing that?
Can I
No.
see that?
Is it a fish?
It's not a fish. Hush.
It's quite nice, actually. It's got some bronze on it. A very fine steel.
This is perfect, actually. This damage looks like it came from a fight. Gauntlet's relatively new. This is from a Valorfall guard. Which means they were out there in the woods. Judging by the looks of it, looks like they're dead.
Oh.
Which also means they'll probably be paying a lot of money to find out why the guards are dead. Or they already know.
Or
Hmm.
I was going to say that they know why the gods are dead, and there is trouble in Valorfall that we can solve.
Or
you get
we go find the dead bodies, take them back to their families, and demand money in return.
No, I don't think that's what we want to do.
How are we
Why
gonna
not?
find
Because
the
we are
families?
trying to get in the good graces of the people of Valorfall.
No, we're trying to get in the good graces of the nobles of Valorfall. I don't give two
Right.
shits about the people of Valorfall.
Twink. Never change.
No,
Please
do.
change.
Please.
And that is where we're going to end our session today.
Cool.
Thank you all for watching. God, Fairmont's voice is hard to keep up. Check out our Discord, check out our Ko-fi listed below where you can support us so we can keep doing this and you can get fun rewards like wallpapers and access to fun PDFs and other interesting things. Thank you everybody for playing. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Goodbye.